Oh, I'm amazing at my job. There we go. Jesus, what am I doing? Why am I so bad at streaming? I've done this how many times at this point, and I still have no idea what I'm doing. It's gotta be close to like 10 or 12 times at this point, and that's just on the that's just on the main channel. If we include what's going on the gaming channel as well, I should be well aware of like how this actually works at this point, but apparently not. Apparently I still have absolutely no idea what I am doing. But in lieu of that, how's everybody doing? Let's actually get the music playing. Stream music. And turn that music down, because that's probably real loud. And there we go. How are you doing, Runs? And how you doing, Greedy Goblin? I don't know if you're new. I don't recognize your name. If you are new, welcome to the stream. If you're not new and I just forgot about you, Greedy Goblin, I apologize. I'm kind of bad with names. If you did change your name or something like that, I will not have any idea who you are, though. Yeah. So if anyone here, about what do you mean about what? Do you mean, like, why am I bad at streaming? Because I don't know how to use my starting screen. That's why I'm bad at streaming. Okay, well, that's an explanation for, or that's a observation that happens from me being bad at streaming. The explanation for why is because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't have an answer for you. But welcome to the stream anyway. How you doing? Someone is tuning his guitar in your room, and it's a bit annoying. I'll go to a different song then, sure? You happy about that? How you doing, Akshet? I probably butchered that. And how you doing, Peter? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you, Hum. Welcome to the show. Yeah. You have no idea about what? What? Why? I think we should just leave this topic. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Welcome to the show, Larry. Hello, Brodie. I have a question. Do you condone meme comments? I don't disavow them. I'm not sure what you're getting at here. 10 a.m. Ah, good morning then. I don't know what to say to that specifically. Yeah, try it out. See what happens. Quite close. Okay. Well, you're not going to get me much closer than that, so I apologize. But I got close, which is probably better than some people. Okay. Yeah, cool. We're both confused. That's a good start to the show. That is exactly where I want us to be right now. Here we go. Transition to that one. Brodie loves a good meme. Don't listen to him. Yeah, Brodie loves a good meme. Actually, we're gonna add an addition to this show. So, one of my patrons made a beautiful image for me, and I feel like it would be rude not to use it on the podcast. So here we go. Where is it? Into my fan art folder. What is it called? If Will is here, does Will remember what he called the file? I could just re-download it, and that would be easier. Where is the file? Ah! Now I can't find it. Why can I not find it? I know I downloaded this file. I am 100% sure I downloaded this file. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. I'll go to my talking head just so I don't show anything I shouldn't be showing. Here we go. I'm so certain I downloaded this image. Where is it? That one? I'm gonna feel real dumb if it's just sitting in the folder and I... Yeah, okay, it is in the folder. I'm just dumb and can't find it. So it is... Oh, it's that one right there. It's right in front of my face. Here we go. Much better. That's going to sit in the corner for the entire show. Yeah, you can be happy. Just be happy about that image existing. Did you try using my unnecessarily color-coded time zone script yet? Not yet. I haven't had to. But I will. In due time. Just made an Odyssey account for you, lol. So close to Luke. I am very close to Luke, and do you know who I'm also really close to? I'm really close to Lunduke and Barnacles, and I want to pass both of them as well. So I think that would just be funny. Especially Lunduke. Lunduke, I think, is in 52nd place. And Luke's in 58th. Barnacles is a bit further up, but I will pass Barnacles eventually. One day I will surpass him. I do actually really like Barnacles though, so it is kind of cool that is there. Did I just close my web browser? Okay, that's annoying. I will reopen that. Lovely. Because I'm a professional streamer that knows what he's doing. Bring that one back open so we can see my... Do I have the chat window open? Yes, I do. Put that there, just so I don't lose it. Will did a good job on that one. Will did an absolutely fantastic job on that image. I absolutely love it. Lunduke at this point actually is only on Odyssey, yeah. Well, he's on his own website as well, but I don't know if he puts his video content there. Yeah, as for... Yeah, mainly he's on Odyssey. I don't think he even has, like, a Twitter account or anything at this point. I think he just exists on like, Odyssey. Which is an interesting strategy, to say the least, but Lunduke doesn't do it full-time. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. If you just want to do it as, like, a side thing, because I can tell you right now, judging by the statistics that Lunduke pulls, he doesn't make enough to do YouTube full-time. So he definitely doesn't do it full-time. That's what I can tell you. I can't tell you how much exactly he makes. I don't know what his monetization rate was, but I can tell you he wasn't doing it full-time. If he was, I don't know what magic he's pulling to do that, because I wish I knew. Because he got less views than I did when it was on YouTube. So if he was able to do that, then I'd be very impressed. Dora34 is moving to pipewire. I've heard about this. Pipewire is on my list of topics, so don't worry about that. I will be doing a video on it at some point. I'm not sure when, but at some point. It is on my list of things to plan, so preferably sooner rather than later. Yeah. But apparently it's just like a sort of drop-in replacement. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it doesn't end up being a Pulse Audio 2.0 where distros start to ship with it and no one's really ready for it. Like, none of the distros are ready to maintain it properly. The application itself isn't ready. None of the applications that require audio are ready. I don't want a Pulse Audio 2.0. That's all that's my minimum requirement here. I do not want a repeat of Pulse Audio. Because even right now, like, Pulse Audio is much better than it was. It's not great. It's better than it was, though. But it's still very difficult to get people who just absolutely hated Pulse Audio to even consider trying it at this point. And you guys have been on Reddit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Actually, there's probably some of you guys in this chat who feel the exact same way about Pulse Audio. Just like, no, I'm never installing that on my system. I absolutely hate it. It is awful. I don't want a repeat of that, because that seems like a very non-productive use of my time. Yeah. Right. So if I was saying before I derailed myself. Why am I streaming this late? Because I was busy this morning because my parents decided to visit. That's why. And I had stuff to do during the day. Like, you might be able to see it. I got a new pillow. I had to go do some shopping. I hope it will do something for Pulse Audio. Well, yeah, if I don't want to just have a repeat. Like, if it's the same as Pulse Audio, there's no point going to it. Hopefully it's better. Apparently it's like lighter weight than other things. I haven't really looked into it. Don't take my word at all for pipewire. I've just heard good things about it. Pipewire has a layer that can handle pulse/ulcer/jack automatically, or so I've heard. That actually is really, really interesting. The jack integration is what I'm most interested in because, you know, doing audio work, having jack is better. I don't use it right now. I use pulse, which means I have issues. Part of the reason why I use hardware to do stuff because it just makes it easier. What do I think about WSL? I think the WSL exists in a position where it's going to convince a lot of Windows devs that Linux is really useful, but it will provide them with a lot of the stuff they need on Windows and won't have to actually leave it. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for desktop Linux in general. I think that by having more developers have access to the Linux world in some way or another is going to be better than having absolutely nothing. Same as how having, say, macOS adds some tools into like the Unixy sphere of things that people can make use of. The problem I have with WSL is Microsoft is adding in a lot of proprietary stuff, like how they have the DirectX drivers working on WSL, and having stuff that's made with DirectX in mind on Linux means it's not going to work if you put it on Linux because the DirectX drivers rely on the Windows kernel being there. That's the concern I have, and if Microsoft keeps doing stuff like that, I think the WSL is sort of going to be in this weird spot where it's like half Linux and not really Linux. I don't have much hope. But if in the state it's currently in, I think the current state is okay. And I won't hate you if you run WSL. I might look down on you, but I won't hate you. That was a joke. Don't take me seriously. Pulse Audio used to randomly change my input volume to 100%. Now I have a microphone with gain control and don't care about changing it anymore. What do you mean used to? Mine still doesn't. That's why, as I said, I have a hardware mixer. So I just do it on the hardware. It was a massive, massive pain when I had the Blue Yeti. Every single time I reboot my system, it'll be like, hey, do you want your volume level to be at a completely different number than you left it at? I don't want that. Stop doing that. Thank you. And it didn't stop doing that. So now I have hardware. Yeah. Please recommend a good audio player. Oh my god, where'd that go? Wait, why did you delete that? What? Why did you delete your post? Huh? Okay, what was the original post? It doesn't necessarily have to be command line, but anyone can recommend a good app to listen to audio, more so audio books than music. Why did you delete that? That's a perfectly reasonable question. Did people start bullying you on Reddit for asking a normal question? Nope. These are actually completely legitimate answers. Okay. I don't know why you deleted it. Cups maintained by Apple is absolute poop and sucks on Linux to configure. Yeah, the one thing I take seriously from Cat V is that there's a quote on there, I can't remember who it's from, saying that Cups was created to save the rainforest because it just doesn't work. Can you recommend a good RPM distro? RPM. I'm not the one to ask about that. I run Arch Linux. I'll someone who's played around with a bunch of other stuff. What is this? Open Cubic Player. Maybe DistroTube. Maybe DistroTube will have a good answer for you. I don't have a good answer for you, though. If I gave you an answer, it wouldn't be a from the heart answer, I'll say. What is this? We're gonna load. You can. Yay! This website's really slow. I love it. Okay then. I will add it to my list, and then I will come back to it when the website functions. Yeah. Music. There. Open Cubic Player. Cool. Try Fedora and stick with it. Sure, there's an answer for you. Cantata uses... Cantata? I don't know. This one uses MPD as a server. So I guess we can call that an MPD client then. I actually use VLC. I don't understand the people who use VLC as like as a music player. Like, it can be a music player. It's just not a very convenient one. It's just, you might as well just use MPV at that point. You're just loading in a playlist, and then once you close it, the playlist is gone. I think you need a bit more than that to actually be a good music player. Cantata is good, or Cantata is nice. Okay, I'll take your word for it. You're the only one I know who just messes around with random MPD clients for no reason. You're basically like me, but with music clients. Everything else on here I have on my list already. CMOS is already on the list. Should look at that at some point. MPD plus NCM PCPP. Obviously done a video on that at this point. I'm literally running it right now. Do you want to hear OpenSUSE? VLC is proprietary. No, I don't think so. Is it? Wait, maybe it is. I have no idea. Someone answer that for me. I actually have no idea if VLC is proprietary or not. I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Hum. Oh, my housemates are making a lot of noise outside. I don't know if you can hear them. I don't know. Wait, no, I don't think you would be able to, because I've got my audio filters on, don't I? I'm going to take those off, and then you can hear them making noise. Filters. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Now you can hear them make dumb noises. I'll use MPV as a music player. I'm used to the shortcuts anyway. It works as a music player, but, I mean, I sort of want my playlist to, you know, be sort of maintained out of my control. I just want them to be there. I know you can, like, write wrapper scripts around MPV to have playlists, or you could, like, have your music in a specific folder, and then sort of, like, file glob them into MPV. That would be a way to do it, actually. Yeah, you could do it like that. That would be a good idea. Yeah, it's not a music player with library management, as you said, Toast. Like, you could do it. It's just, I wouldn't want to. Back to minimal. Text-only Roffy app launches. Update a whole repository. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's just a Roffy skin. I should probably zoom in on this so you can actually see it. Yeah, you guys can read, I think. I think this is basically just a Roffy skin. Do you have a link to where you're... Okay, GitHub, thank you. Oh god, that's disgusting. I will fix that. I will log into GitHub. I apologize for the horrible, horrible thing you're seeing on your screen right now. There we go. I guess I got logged out of GitHub at some point. I guess maybe like the cookie expired or something. That's how browsers work, don't they? Oh yay, sending me a verification code. Thank you. Yeah, please do that in the middle of a goddamn stream. Okay, well I can't exactly bring up my emails. Actually, yes I can, because I can switch over to my head. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how you do streamer things, don't you? What email is it sent to? That one? Yeah, that one. Hopefully it actually sends the code straight away. Yeah, it did. Cool. And that is the code right there. And now we've got a sensible looking GitHub again. Much better. There you go. Now your eyes aren't going to be burnt out. Hey Brodie, why don't you use Parabola? It's the only OS which is entirely Libre software and entirely Libre data. That's exactly why. That's 100% the reason why. Because I don't want something that is only Libre. Like, I get why you might want to run something like that, but I have use cases where I might want to run something that is proprietary. And it's just easier to do it on Arch. But if you do have, like, if you are, like, the Stallman level of open source software, I get why, like, something like Parabola makes a lot of sense. I think this is literally just, yeah, this is just a Roffy skin. Okay, well that wasn't super exciting, was it? That's fine. I'm logged into GitHub now, so that will save our eyes later. Is there any major benefit to using MPV over FF Play? In terms of video or audio? Just streamer things? Yeah, just streamer things. I am so lazy that I haven't set up hotkeys yet. I really need to do that. Like, that'll make my life so much easier if I just have a hotkey to switch between my different scenes. I do it for my regular videos. Yeah, I might occasionally run proprietary software. Usually I don't. Generally I don't. Like, most things I don't, but if for whatever reason something comes up where just like, yes, this is just gonna make more sense being proprietary, I'll bite the bullet and run it. Like, for example, if I had an NVIDIA card, like, sure, you can run the open source drivers, but we all know how well the open source drivers for NVIDIA actually work. I.e. not great. Oh, wow. Gemini was getting stuff back in November. Going full Stallman is too difficult, becomes quite annoying. Well, even Stallman doesn't go full Stallman because, you know, you can't function in the world if you do that. Because, you know, you're not going to be able to have, like, a bank account and stuff. A year in summary, the Glimpse image editor. Oh, my favorite program. Has anyone been following the saga of Glimpse and just seeing how little work's actually getting done on that project? Only Parabola has policies against proprietary data. Literally no other systems do. I'm sure there's probably like a little distro out there that does, but Parabola's the biggest one. Wow, this arm is so squeaky. I need some WD-40 to fix it. Microsoft is porting Chromium Edge to Linux. Oh god, that happened a while ago. We're still in last year. How do I check where all my free disk space had gone? With a what are they called? Like file tree viewer thing. Is it like not fdisk? What am I thinking of? Fdisk is a very different program. There's a thing where you can like list out what folders have like how much data in them. Someone's gonna say it now that I'm talking about it. Glimpse is a joke. Yeah, it's a very amusing joke. My favorite thing about Glimpse was when they were posting on their GitHub. They were saying they weren't sure how to actually turn Glimpse into an app image, and they were having like issues doing it. When all they needed to do was literally change nothing because GIMP already exists as an app image. They didn't have to do any work, and they couldn't work it out. This is what happens when you fork a project and have no idea how to do it. Oh, this is one way you can do this. DU, Discnaut, yes, thank you. That is exactly what I think I was thinking of DU. Or NCDo, yeah. Yep, okay. Or Firelight. I haven't heard of this one. We'll put this on the list. This is how I get video topics. I don't even check if they're good ideas. And this is how I have hundreds of ideas that I'm never going to touch. But I've sort of talked about it before, that a lot of my content now is very, what's the word? Self-perpetuating. So a lot of my ideas come from you guys. So even though I have this 750 different pieces of software that I want to have a look at, usually every week I get at least 7 ideas. Well, actually, no. I need 6 ideas to cover everything, and there's usually at least 6 things that I can find. What exists, so it is your responsibility to show he does. Is that how that works? That's news to me. Oh, no, don't open that. Parabola, hyperbola? Hyperbola. Hyperbola is probably how you say that, right? Yeah. Guix, Trisqueal are pretty well-known Libre distros. Well, there you go. There are other ones. News to me. I didn't actually know about that. My girlfriend embroidered me my very own Pop! OS sweater to help me show off distro pride. Let's see how ugly this sweater is. Oh, well that's... Okay, that's a pretty okay sweater. I wanted to bully this guy, but that's actually kind of okay. But also, I don't think she made the entire sweater. She just... Yeah, okay. Just embroidered it. Right, I can't read. Okay, that's cool. No video topic there, but it's cool. I will forever be lonely. I will never have a girlfriend to embroider Arch logos into a sweater. Maybe I can just pay someone on Fiverr to do it. Geeks. Mate, you have an Arch logo as your profile picture. You're in no position to call someone a geek. How do I find updates from balking my KDE? Don't update. You're on Manjaro? Oh, God knows. Don't rely on Manjaro repos. Speaking about privacy and proprietary, what about Android? Is open source? Yes. Well, it depends on what ROM you're running, how open source it is. But almost unusable without the Google ecosystem. Well, depends on what you mean by unusable, because you can get quite a lot of work done running some of the, what's the cool ROM that the kids run nowadays? It's a fork of a fork of a fork. Because when I cared, what were people running at the time? It would have been like 10 years ago or something. But you can get a lot of work done just running F-Droid. Like, there's a lot of software on F-Droid. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of the Google ecosystem does sort of become very very important to the system, but a lot of it you can replace as well. How are you doing, David? I'm happy you have a name that I can pronounce, because if your first name was anything like your last name, I would have no idea where to start with that. Lineage, thank you. Yeah, is that the cool one that people are running nowadays? Is this a computer problem or a dual boot problem? My sound with headphones plugged in doesn't work. That's a computer problem. Or a pulse problem. Oh, wait. This happened to me whenever I used Ubuntu before. Still haven't found a fix for it. The only way to fix this is when I removed any Linux from the boot option. I want to use Linux, but also like sound. What are you doing? Do you even have also written... Wait, does this person... I have a feeling this person doesn't even have sound drivers installed. Oh, what a big brain approach to try to get your audio working. Just like, who needs sound drivers, mate? Just listen to the bits. Work it out in your head. Oh my lord. Replicant is Libre Android. I have heard of something... I have heard of a Libre Android. It may have been Replicant I was hearing about, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes! That's what it was. Thank you. Your Cyanogen mod. Yeah. I knew it had a different name before. X-random scaling and arranging. Oh my god, this is a lot to read. Oh god, what are you... I have an NVIDIA card and use proprietary drivers. So I use Xorg instead of Wayland. Speaking of that, did you guys hear that the next version of the NVIDIA drivers are going to have better Wayland support? Don't exactly know what that's going to mean, but they're going to be better support. Hey, how do I use a session manager with Xmonad? To be fair, Lineage is more of a fork. Yeah, well, that's what I said. Lineage is a fork. I don't think it's more of a fork. I think it literally is a fork. Bedtime? 5 AM in Toronto? Oh, okay. See you later then. Have fun. Go to sleep. Why are you awake at 5 AM? What are you doing? What is this? Is this a link to... Oh, it's a link to a plugin. Okay. Move visually selected text. How many lines is this plugin? Okay, there are some... Okay, I thought this was going to be like one line. You're awake at 5 AM. Yeah, I don't know why you are. Yeah, this is a really bad time for the Americans. At least at least where you are. I think the others, I don't know how time zones work. It's a bad time for some of the Americans and a good time for others or something. I don't know. You're up because you want to watch. Jeez, okay, that's cool, but like sleep. I will be here later. I upload my VODs. I'm awake at 11 a.m. on a Sunday. That's crazy. That is pretty crazy. I was up at... you just got off work. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Jeez, oh my god. I would hate to finish at 5 a.m. I finish at the latest, I finish at midnight. And then I usually get to bed around 1. But 5 a.m. Jeez. That's, wow. 2 a.m. here on the West Coast. Yeah, okay. That's how... That makes sense. So then, on the West... After the West Coast, like, as you go east, it gets... Like, later in the day? Is that how that works? Is that how time zones work? I think so. I'm in Canada, not America. Okay. Right, but you're, like, in the same North American time zones. When I talk about America, I just bring all of you guys together, because I to be honest... I don't care enough to separate you guys. I look at you in time zones. What is my hair doing? What is this thing doing? You know what? I'm gonna do this. There we go. Nope, that looks just as stupid as I had planned it to be. If I wanted to bloat in NVim like Netrue, Nerdtree, a bloat, change my mind. Netrue ships with it, so yeah. Which Reddit client is this? This isn't a Reddit client. This is a this is an RSS feed reader called Newsboat, and I'm using Reddit from an RSS feed. Yeah. Canada isn't America. See? Gabriel knows what I'm talking about. You're all in North America. So, you're all in America to me. If I specifically mean the United States, I'll refer to the United States. Which is an amorphous blob of text to him. Basically, let's see. Today I learned the Sony PlayStation 3 iCamera somehow works on Linux. There was a PlayStation 3... Oh, yeah, there was, wasn't it? That did exist at one point. Why? Why did that exist? Viva la Newsboat. Exactly, yes. East is ahead of West in time zone. Yeah. That makes sense. That's how time zones work. Thank you. Any good anime/manga software for Linux? What exactly are you referring to? Like, tracking? Downloading? Watching? If you give me a category, I might be able to give you something. Simple tip to double the WebGL performance in Firefox. You're running X11 and you're not using NVIDIA. Moz underscore X11 underscore EGL equals 1 Firefox. That's it. The web render enabled. That's cool. The chat delay is very long when you send an on-topic message. Then when it appears, it's off-topic again. That's just a normal stream thing. I think I can fix that actually. Hey, look at that. Thank you for the super chat. 50% of your money just went to YouTube. Play Dwarf Fortress next. Also great video on ethical source licenses. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I enjoyed making that video. It's like I don't do the what's the word? The very ranty videos like that super often. I know I just uploaded one like 2 days ago, but usually it's not super often they happen. But I enjoyed that. Is adult anime good for learning Japanese? Depending on what vocabulary you're trying to learn. I think if you stay outside of like the very sensitive scenes, it's still like solid grammar, I guess. Yeah. And you'll learn something. Dwarf Fortress is amazing. I hear this. I also hear it's a lot to get into. But hey, why not? Sure. That sounds fun. I'll do it. Oh, I don't know if I haven't mentioned this yet, have I? I've actually changed up my lighting again. So I've got back when I used to use the webcam, I had the lights back there, and then I moved them when I got the new camera because I just wanted to try it out. But I think they look better back there, and I have an idea to make it much, much better. I've mentioned this on the gaming channel, and I'm gonna mention it here as well. I have got some I have got some RGB floodlights on the way. 50-watt floodlights that I'm going to use to light up that back wall there. Why did that not show up? That's odd. Oh, because it... Oh, I think I have a threshold for when the things show up on the screen. Thank you, Flexagon Park. You might think that I'm donating money to Brodie. I'm actually donating to YouTube. Oh, it just takes a while. Okay. But actually, I'm donating to YouTube because they're the ones who make good content about Linux. Well, they certainly like to take good content about Linux down, don't they? Dwarf Fortress is proprietary. Most video games are proprietary. There's also this Electron app called... Oh, wait. Was Ron talking about stuff and I just missed? Oh, no, you didn't actually say... Oh, you did. M Comics for reading manga CBZ/CBR files. And a app called Una, which has Crunchyroll integration. 50 watt is pretty much... 50 watt is way overkill. But if I stepped down, I think they would have been 30 watts, and they're like $1 cheaper. So I was like, lol, let's just buy the 50s, because that would be funny. Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware I can. I also want to change out my... I want to get a new lens at some point. I've got some plans for upgrading gear. Also known as I want to waste money on camera stuff because I want to waste money on camera stuff because it's cool. But yeah, I'm well aware I could. I'm probably going to run it at like 20 or so %. If you want to have an idea of how they will look, go over to Christian Lemper's channel. That is The Digital Life. I had him on the podcast a couple of times. I shouted out his channel, I think, as well. Awesome dude. He does the same thing with his setup. And his entire back wall is completely blue and purple. Also, I have no idea how much you actually sent Flexagon. That's 100 rubs. I don't know what a rub is. 100... Is it rubles? I'm gonna guess it's rubles. If it's not rubles, please correct me. I have no idea. I have no idea how much, what currency that was, but thank you nonetheless. Rolling release question. I've stumbled upon this question with the news about 5.9 NVIDIA, as well as having unanswered questions about dual monitor problems with RTX 2060s. Not supposed to undertake partial upgrades. This can cause conflict versions between packages. What I understand, video will be blah 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 problems. How do I avoid this problem? I can sit tight and not upgrading packages with the possibility of fighting through NVIDIA driver problems for my dual monitors. Wait a couple of days and things will be updated. Isn't the Dwarf Fortress code open? They just don't take contributions. Someone has an answer. Let me know. Oh, I'm sure that sounded great. I don't have a mute button on here, so if I wanted to mute this, I have to like turn down my volume knob. It's kind of annoying. One thing I don't like about this setup. A bug with peripheral devices in GNOME has been fixed, but it's still broken in Ubuntu. What? Oh, I guess there actually was a problem. Also, this isn't really an app, but just a way of using news, but I have RSS feeds for anime subbers so that I get notified when an episode is out. I filter out the titles I don't watch with Newsboat filter scripts. I basically did the same thing, but instead of doing it at the Newsboat level, I did it at the torrent program thingy I use. What program am I using for torrents? I don't remember what it's called. It starts with a T, and I feel dumb now. But yes, I filtered it out at that level. I think I did a video on the app I'm using. Why are you sitting here doing nothing instead of playing Portal or something? That would be very fun, wouldn't it? Maybe I should do that at some point. But I don't know, I don't think it really makes much sense to play most games on this channel. Transmission, thank you. Thank you for that. Yes, that one. There's, I think, a program called, like, Transmission RSS. It isn't being maintained. So you've got to run, like, I think you've got to modify the source code to tell it that it can run with a newer version of Ruby. And then it will work just fine. Otherwise, it just doesn't at all run. Because I think it has, like, a hard-coded max version number. GitHub for package build. Why does Arch use GitHub to show package build and changes, but pull requests are not allowed? Is there a way to submit changes? What? What is this? Oh, okay, I guess they were using GitHub for stuff. Sure. Are you drunk or just high on life? I hope I'm not drunk. I'm only like halfway through this drink. But yes, I'm having a good day. Brodie being super... God damn it. God damn it. I will change the colors if... That is a great meme, by the way. I love it. Using PyCom on i3WM. PyCom renders gray background if it reaches end of window stack. How can it... I change it... How can I change it back? How can I... Wait, how can I change... how can I change it black as it is default on X server? I don't know, some weird specific i3 thing. FOSS support for remote teaching. Jitsi? Jitsi's probably the best tool you could use. Yeah, I think Jitsi's probably... I can't think of anything else you'd really want to use for, like, FOSS communication. Like, if you want to do video-based stuff. If someone has... Like, obviously, if you want to do text-based stuff, there is countless things you could use. But for video communication, I think that Jitsi is probably the best. At least, from my experience, Jitsi's been an absolute amazing piece of software to work with. Windows time wrong on my dual boot system. I did have that exact same problem. Would ZRAM, ZSwap, Zcache be a good video idea? I don't think anyone has made an in-depth video about it. I don't even know what any of those things are. I allow them. I don't know if YouTube allows them. So you can try it. Because I don't exactly have control over what YouTube decides that they just don't want to allow being posted. Even though they're more than happy to have, like, spam bots post stuff like that. ZRAM. Zcache. Wait, Z-swap. Okay, the stuttering is just me being awful at speaking. Foxit froze. What is Foxit? Oh, I guess some Ubuntu app? Oh, did you see the thing on Twitter where Canonical... Was it Canonical or no? I think it was the Ubuntu Twitter account, actually, posted a thing saying that all future Ubuntu apps, the default was going to be writing them in Flutter. The first comment I saw under that was, what is an Ubuntu app? And I sort of had the exact same thought. What is an Ubuntu app? I have no idea. Like, there are Linux apps, there are snaps, unless they mean, like, specifically snaps in that regard. But I've never heard of an Ubuntu app. That's a new one to me. There's a CLI Cursors app called Trackma. I use it for updating accounts for... Oh! I didn't know about that one. Thank you. I will actually keep that one for myself. I think it's time to remove that cursed image, Brodie. You've scarred us enough. Okay, I'll do that. Here we go. Move that one. Okay. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Put that one. Put that there. Yeah, that'll work. Is that better? You happy now? There we go. Make the image a bit bigger. There is so much good fan art that comes out of my Discord. I absolutely love it. Ubuntu app probably just means GTK. Well, it's going to be made with Flutter, so it can't be GTK. At least I don't think so. But is there any reason, like, why that is specifically an Ubuntu app and not just something made, you know, for Ubuntu specifically? Does that make any sense? I don't think that made any sense. You can put a picture of Brodie eating that Lucky Star character there. I could do that. I could do that. This is not a bad downgrade. Yeah, I think it might be an upgrade, to be honest. VTuber Brodie picture. No, you had that last time. We might save that for another time. Oh, speaking of that, I actually was talking about this on my gaming stream. I actually do have an idea for how I could do the VTuber stuff. What I could do is I could set up a VM, run Windows in the VM, run like some VTuber software in there, and then just capture the VM and put it inside of OBS, and that could solve my entire problem. And then I would actually be able to do a proper VTuber thing. What is Cody? Sure, why not? Cody app. What is Cody? It is a free and open source media player software application. I don't think they're censoring your GNU link. I think they're just censoring links. No, it's absolutely not the most awesome. If it is the most awesome WM, or most awesome WM config you've ever seen, you've never looked at a awesome WM config, because it's basically just the default config with like some very minor changes to it. You know, like making the key bindings not dumb, like they are out of the box. Using some actual sensible key bindings for it. Help, Minecraft eats all my RAM. Doesn't Minecraft have like a hard RAM cap out of the box? Uh-huh. I thought it had a hard RAM cap. Collab with DT when? That'd be fun. I would love to do that, actually. I had him on the podcast at one point, but maybe I should do like I've talked about it with him in the past. I just didn't have a video topic for it. Yeah, I guess mods can post links just fine. How are you doing at Crow Linux Gamer? You are the better Linux gamer. Let's see. Arch on flash drive. Hi all, is there a way to put my entire system I currently have in or into flash drive or disk in case I broke one? Clonezilla? Okay, moving on. Ethernet not working. After running a query, I know the hardware is an Intel 8259LM gigabit thing. Collab with Luke. That would be difficult because his connection's awful. That's the only issue with that one, unless I did something where I did it like offline, and we sort of like did parts. But I would like to do something like very specifically on topic of Linux with DT on this channel. I think that would be cool. Collab with RMS. Now that would be a massive video. I would love that one. That's odd. Usually, Ethernet cards just work out of the box. And it's an Intel card as well, which usually are perfectly fine. With, like, DT, I'm thinking it would be more like an interview style. Where we'd have, like... Or maybe we would have, like, one specific topic where it's just like, okay, we'll talk about maybe... the over-prevalence of distros, for example. That's one thing we could talk about. I think that would be cool. Thoughts on Starlink? So I've actually got some family that are living in a rural area, and the wireless connection they have, it's usable, it's just not great. I think Starlink is something that, if Elon can actually match his promises, which this is Elon Musk we're talking about, so it's like a 50-50 whether that actually happens. I think Starlink could actually be a really, really cool thing. Because, you know, faster connections are always cool in my books. And if it ends up being faster than, like, my wired connection, well, I guess I'll give all of my money to... Which one of his companies is doing it? Is it SpaceX? Isn't that like a podcast, though? Basically. Yeah, it pretty much would be. But if I was going to do a collab on this channel, I'd want to make it, I guess, much more, like, to the point. I would edit it very heavily, cut out all of the boring stuff, cut out all of the off-topic stuff, and just make it very much on topic. So basically a podcast where I actually bother to edit it. But I wouldn't want it to be, like, 2 hours long. I would want it to be maybe, like, at most half an hour or so. Maybe it could be like a debate. Maybe it could be like a super intellectual debate. Starlink seems cool. As with anything Elon does, it's impossible to repair or maintain yourself. I have 0.7 kilobit on speed test upload. Jesus. And it's 500 for the hardware, 99 a month. Ugh. I don't... Okay. Wireless connections in Australia are already pretty expensive. Do we know anything about, like, data caps? Because when you have a wireless connection here, data caps are pretty common. But wired connections here, you never get data caps. I feel bad for you guys in America who still have states where data caps are a normal thing. I don't understand it. It's so strange. Luke Smith calls Starlink Soylink. He is seriously considering getting it, or was. He needs some more soy in his life. I wonder how Luke feels about soy sauce. Is soy sauce too much soy? Is that bad soy or is that good soy? Because, you know what? I can't live without soy sauce. It's pretty good. Why doesn't the grub menu show up? I still need Windows 10 for the lockdown browser. Oh, what a poor soul. I feel so bad for you. Oh no. Oh no, you installed Windows after you installed Manjaro, didn't you? Oh, you destroyed Grub. Oh no, I hate Windows for that. That's one of the things I do hate. That it's like, hey, if you install it, that bootloader you have, don't worry about that. We don't need it anymore. Now you want to use the Windows bootloader. If you're living in a city, it's not worth it. That's what I thought. Yeah. It might make sense in rural Australia, maybe. I'm from Europe. Here a connection of 15 kilobytes or kilobit is common. Where in Europe? Because Europe is a very big place. Like, you have places like Germany, and then you have places like Greece, which are very different, like, economic scales. Thoughts on Luke's recipe site? Oh, yeah, okay. What was the link to that one? I can't always show people if they haven't seen it yet. Look, soy sauce doesn't count as soy. Soy is for quiche eaters. Soy sauce is fine. Ah, 15 megabit. Okay. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, 15 megabit is fairly common here as well. Like, I personally have 50 by... What is it? 50 by 10? Something like that. But it's very, very much easier now to get a good connection I say good. It's like a 10-year-old connection if you're in a place with actual good internet. A decent enough connection in, like, suburban Australia. I hear 100 megabit is $25. What? What? I wish it was $25. I think for 100 megabit here, might be like $100. Hey, look, subscriber. I don't know why I still have the subscriber notifications running. Gigabit for €30 a month. I presume that's not symmetrical gigabit though, is it? It's probably like 1000 by 100, I would say. There actually are some places in Australia that are rolling out symmetrical gigabit. You contribute recipes through GitHub/GitLab. Oh, that's awesome. I still need a link to the site though. That part's kind of important. Today I learned people on macOS you can map caps lock to escape from system settings. This is r/Vim, I reckon. Yes. PC crashes after a while. I recommend installing a fan. In India, I have 200 megabits at around 16.5 US, 1650 USD. Wait, did I just read? Oh, I'm dumb. Did I just read pound as? Jeez. Here we go. Based cooking. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff here. There was so many less things here before. Only based cooking, no ads, no tracking, nothing but based cooking. This is actually really cool. Wow. Hey, I don't have anything negative to say about it. What do we want to look at? Let's look at how to make... What looks good on here? Chicken wings. Yeah, no one can say no to chicken wings. Soak your wings in Frank's Red Hot overnight. Very specific brand of sauce. Yeah. Yeah, this is a cooking site. Yeah. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I might actually have a look at this myself. I like it. Gotta add the site to my bookmarks. Yes. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I don't know what that is in USD. What's your fave wireless keyboard and mouse? I can't answer the keyboard part, but this mouse is pretty cool. The Logitech G305 Lightspeed. Not in this color scheme. This color scheme is ugly, but the mouse is good. Check out the session messaging app. That was a lot of people talking about that. I think me included. When there was the big data leak, not data leak. What was it? It was the fact that WhatsApp wasn't actually encrypted. Is that what it was, or something like that? Or was it Facebook buying WhatsApp? I can't remember exactly what happened. Something with WhatsApp. What are the biggest downsides of Ubuntu? That people will bully you. Oh, you're asking that on r/Ubuntu. Why would you ask that on r/Ubuntu? Oh, these are actually legitimate points. I might save this. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll save it. Oh, right. There we go. Video ideas. Where are we at? That one. Chappelle or shoe-in daily wear? What are you saying? I think we need to replace this this image as well. It's been here long enough now. Let's take that one. And what else do we have? What fun images can I put on my screen? Here, what we got? Oh, here's a fun one. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. And transition over to that. There we go. How did you move a line like that? What do you mean? Like, how did I move my window like that? This is the thing I can do at Awesome WM. Awesome WM. My computer with 4 GB of RAM kept crashing on Ubuntu. 4 gigs should be enough for Ubuntu. Surely. I hope so. Why do some AUR maintainers put name@gmail.com? The reason why people actually do that is if you leave your email as like a full email form inside of a document like that, it makes it very easy for people who are just scraping for emails to just get more emails to add into their like list of spam mail. That's actually the reason why it's done. I knew people would like that one. I moved a line in Vim. Oh, do you mean like I copied it? I deleted and like moved it somewhere? Is that what you meant? Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's actually much quicker than what I did. Oh, I guess it's the same amount of keystrokes, isn't it? If you do a visual line select, you do X to delete it, and then P to paste it. The same amount of key presses. How you doing, the scroll? Yeah, I was gonna say, 4 gigs surely is enough for Ubuntu. Like, I know Ubuntu running, like, a lot of the defaults can be heavier than other distros, but 4 gigs would still be enough, surely. Processor very much so. That could be an issue. Like, if you're running some, I don't know, you're running a 386 or something. Trying to run socks command on multiple groups of files, not sure how to do it. I don't even know what the socks command is. Not a typewriter, well duh. Ugh. I don't know much about Linux except it makes my old laptop usable again. I'm downloading Pop! OS on what was once my beloved. In the word vomit that spewed off my screen, it seemed at one point and had the words not a typewriter. I've heard that you can run Linux on a toast, but I never thought you could run on a typewriter. Much less that Pop! OS would have a test to see if it was being installed on one. Now that's called a that's called a joke. Key press is the same, but DD is faster. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I thought you had a custom key binding or something. You just hit the keys really fast. Well, I do it a lot. Have I tried Vivaldi? Actually, go back to my early videos, because back when I was first switching to Linux, I actually was using Vivaldi back then, because I used Vivaldi on Windows. I didn't know what browsers I could use on Linux, and I found out Vivaldi was there, and I just ran that. And I knew Firefox was there, I just didn't like Firefox. I'm now indifferent to Firefox. Install Gentoo on old laptop. Yes, do that. I've just moved to checking my YouTube subs using only Newsboat, but I'm not sure that the feeds actually update all the subs or not. Brodie got free stuff from Vivaldi, but he mainly uses Brave, I think. That is correct. I did get free stuff. Like, Everyone's favorite. It's focus on it. It's very dark. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Korewa pen desu. Thought you were using mud. Could you use mud as an RSS feed reader? Maybe. That'd be nice. Probably, but you email the contents of the RSS feed to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big brain idea right there. Some vids seem to show up in the feed, in the sub box, but not in the RSS. That's odd. I don't know how YouTube handles their RSS. I know they don't particularly care much for it, so I imagine it's not very maintained. I was trying to get it to focus. Because, like, here you go. Bigger things like this. My teacup here. It focuses on this, even though it's see-through. But the pen was an issue. I think the lens I'm considering buying actually does have a better autofocus motor in it anyway. But it's not like the autofocus is bad. It's just Canons are naturally less slow at focusing because it's more cinematic. I do like my Canon though. It is cool. Partially because it was cheaper than the Sony. Only install Gen 2 when a person has held time. In India, there's an unofficial ban on gel pens since we mostly use ballpoint pens. I installed Gen 2 on my old laptop once. It took up my entire weekend. Was that just compiling? A guide to Vim. What is Vim? Why is Vim? Why is Vim? Yes, why is Vim? How to configure Vim. Is this like a... What is this? What are we looking at here? Is this just an ad? How to spell Vim. Spelling should be clear from the logo. Do people on Reddit not have a sense of humor? Okay, this is a pretty decent initial article, isn't it? What are some good plugins? Oh, these might be new. New ones for me. Vim autosave. I'm going to save this article. Not for the other contents of the article. I just want the Vim plugins. And I'll check them out afterwards. Good plugins. I know there's a few in there that I didn't bother. Reddit has terrible humor. I've sort of worked that out. Yeah. Imagine being a Redditor. Literally the only reason I use Reddit is because a lot of devs use Reddit to advertise stuff. If they didn't do that, I would never touch this website. Manjaro compatible X570 board. Literally any of them. r/jokes has quality humor. Yo! Homeless WTF. How it be, my dude? Kernel API incompatibility with systemd. Find out. Is this just another reason people to hate systemd? Probably. Bold of you to assume Redditors have sense. I'm sure they have some senses. Oh god. Okay, this is very long. And also news from 3 months ago. So I think we're not gonna read that. I think I'm good not reading that. Locale issues after installing Japanese locale. So install the Japanese locale on top of the English locale on Manjaro KDE and notice the password prompt for SU on command line turn Japanese. Oh, good job. Good job. I feel like you forgot to set up your locales properly. In Hindustan, Unilever get to know about Vim. Vim will get a copyright strike since Vim is a soap brand. I never have any idea what you're saying. But he's not lying about the soap brand. He's told me this one before. Vim soap. I'll show you. Here we go. Here's the best brand of soap. There we go. What do you think are same defaults for a long-time Windows user coming to Linux? KDE? Yeah, you already worked it out. Do you just want do you want Linux to be identical to Linux? Sorry, wait. You want Linux to be identical to Linux. Do you want Linux to be identical to Windows? You're going to have some differences. I think you've already got to a good point now. If you're running KDE, I think you've done enough to make it so it's sort of easy for someone to check out. Or XFCE. That's also going to be a good choice. I think that the issue with XFCE, though, is out of the box, it usually looks kind of old. Like, you can obviously fix that. You can make XFCE look like macOS if you want. But, like, the default way XFCE normally looks is fairly old looking. Cinnamon's also a good one, and that is why Mint runs it. Well, I guess Cinnamon runs Mint because they sort of made Cinnamon for Mint. You get my point, though. They want Cinnamon to be... Well, they want Mint to be easy to use. KDE or Cinnamon? Yeah, that's probably a decent choice. I wouldn't go GNOME. GNOME is a bit too weird if you're coming... It's a bit too weird, full stop. It's a bit too weird if you're coming from a Windows perspective. Cinnamon is the most normal you can get. I think that's a compliment. Well, it should be a compliment because that's what Mint's trying to be. Mint is trying to be the normie distro, so it makes sense they would run... Like, they'd want Cinnamon to be very simple like that. Usually I just recommend Manjaro XFCE to new users coming from Windows. Well, the thing about Manjaro is Windows is a rolling release anyway, so it's not even any different at this point. How to get faster in Vim? Practice. Whose video is this going to be? Let's find out. 3 tips to get faster in Vim. Leaf Shade Software. I don't know who that is. Are you related to Mental Outlaw? Not that I'm aware of. Maybe, well, okay, technically everyone on Earth is like, what is it, like, is it 16th cousin? Somewhere in the realm of 16th cousins with each other. Is that how that number works? So yes, technically I am. Not to any, meaningful level, though. I've heard of the channel before. I think. Or at least I recognize the logo. I would never recommend Manjaro to a complete Linux beginner. I think if you're gonna go Arch-based, Manjaro is probably a good way to go. But you're probably better off going Debian-based. Just so you have that slower release cycle. For macOS, GNOME is good. High quality Vim stuff? Cool. I'll check it out. I already have so much other stuff I watch anyway, and I don't have time to watch it, but... Yes, I might check it out. I remember back in 1998, 1999, there was a nerdy TV channel dedicated to tech/computers. It was called ZDTV. I saw them talk about Mandrake Linux. It was a tough switch back then. Skipped XP current. I was born in 98. Cause I'm a zoomer. Zoom. Zoom zoomies. Yeah. I'm on that edge where I don't understand the younger zoomers, but I also don't understand the millennials either. I am my own generation. I am the Brodie generation. I didn't think that one through very well. Manjaro is a pain. Arch was easier for me, just my opinion. The installation process, Arch obviously going to be more difficult. I think post-installation, maintaining an Arch system is probably going to be easier. I've sort of talked about this before, but my issue with Manjaro, it's not an issue with anything like Arca or anything like that. It's just Manjaro, is the Manjaro team wants to have their own distros. Which makes installing stuff for the AUR sometimes a problem. If, like, say, the Arch repos update something before Manjaro gets to it. Arch Linux with Anarchy install is much easier than Manjaro. I've never tried any of the installers for Arch Linux, but I'll take your word for it. I would imagine it probably couldn't be super difficult. Repos. Did I say something weird? Did I say distros? Wow, I'm dumb. Okay. I'm dumb, yeah. Thank you. Installs like Anarchy seem to remove the point of Arch to me. How much does Anarchy actually do? As I said, I haven't looked into it. Is it just going to help you through the installation process, or is it going to do extra stuff on top of that? Yeah, the different kernel as well also does mess with stuff. Arch versus Windows. A week ago, swap from Windows to Linux system. I've installed Arch. Yeah, this guy did it the correct way. Go straight from Windows to Arch. What's the thing you most like doing without technology? Fishing. Yeah. Yeah, my answer's gonna be fishing. As long as I, like, am I allowed to use modern fishing rods? Like, what do we mean by not technology? Do we mean, like, you know, computers and stuff like that? If that's what we mean, then yeah, it's gonna be fishing. But if you want me to be like, no, I'm not allowed to use a modern fishing rod, I don't have many answers. Hopefully you let me use fishing rods, though. Or at least decent ones. Because I don't want to have to, like, make my own fishing rod with a stick and some string that I found. Have you seen... Oh, don't. Please don't. Please don't see that. You don't need to. Doesn't need to be seen by anyone. I went from Windows to Manjaro, but I tore the system apart because I got frustrated with their packages and things, so it was essentially Arch. Yeah. That works. I like cooking in free time. I absolutely despise cooking. Cooking is one of those things that I have to do, and I don't like it. Like, I just want food. It's never been fun to me. I just want food as quickly as I can get it. Preferably with as little work as possible. I'm not going to delete it, no. You can go watch it. Like, okay, if I deleted the videos I hated, I would have, like, 20 videos on my channel. Post more awesome vids? Sure, when I come up with stuff I want to look at. Probably. Yes. Yes, it's probably on there. Like, I've sort of come to accept that most of my videos are garbage. Whether you guys like them or not is another question. But from a creator's perspective, I can look at my older stuff and I can objectively look at it and say, yes, that was actually a bad video. I am much better at making content than I was at that point. I feel like I'm getting more to a point where I'm happy with what I'm doing. Because for a while, I was putting a bit too much energy into what I'm doing. Stop watching the video run. Stop it. I'm trying to explain to you why my old content's garbage. Right. I've sort of gotten to the point now where I've brought my energy level back down to a more natural level, and my presentation style is also getting a bit more a bit more where I want it to be, and much less hand waving. I still obviously like I wave my hands a bit because that's how I talk. But I've sort of gotten to the point now where a lot of it's more for the sake of emphasis rather than simply just waving my hands because I don't know what to do with my hands. I did bump my mic there. I think most of your videos are good. That's what people tell me. I don't understand it. Especially the suckless the suckless videos are horrible. They're so bad. But thank you. I appreciate it. Look at it like this. Yeah, I know, Hum, you hate everything I've ever made. You are here to basically bring me down to earth all the time. I appreciate it. I don't need yes men. I don't understand the people who just surround themselves with yes men. Like, oh my god, your content's so great, you can never do anything wrong. No, I don't want that. I want people to tell me that it just absolutely sucks. But just think about it like this. When I talk about my old content and say that I hate it, just understand the fact that the reason why I hate it is because I'm seeing how much I am improving. If I wasn't improving and I didn't hate my old content, I would be very worried with where my videos sort of are. Any creator who actually appreciates the work that they are doing and sort of appreciates the craft they're doing is going to hate all of their old work, basically. Doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're doing something manual, like, say, blacksmithing, or you're doing something online, like video production, you're doing writing. Anything you do, anything creative like that, or anything skill-based, if you look at your old work and you don't hate it, you probably haven't improved. English is a yawning language. It had sex with other... What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Your videos are good for discovering new software. New software to tinker with. I hope so, because that's sort of the main intention I'm going with. Your videos are good because you don't sound like a robot. You explain issues that real people encounter and describe why your solution can work. Thank you. Let me give it a try. Your content is hard to follow. Be more noob friendly and do things on Ubuntu. It doesn't come off as sincere with you, Ron, because I like Hum has been like bullying me from the start. Sort of why I made... Actually, I don't know why I made you a mod. Why are you my mod, Hum? How did this happen? I don't remember. I don't know why I made you a mod, actually. I know it did have to do with, like, the scat incident on the Discord, but I can't remember anything else besides that. AUR helpers. I've been using Yay since I moved from Debian-based distros 1 year ago, but in other posts I've read that Yay's main developer has left the project. I've also read that Peru is a What do you mean a widespread option? It literally came out like a week before this post came out. Yeah, the scat incident. Yeah. I don't know how many of you guys know about that. That's an ancient thing that happened on my Discord. Why keyboard distribution? What is keyboard distribution? I'm a very responsible person whom you can trust completely. Well, I agree with that much, but I don't know how we got to that point. Oh, you've been around that long, have you, Scroll? Okay. Everything's sort of blended together. Yeah, okay. Might have been a different server. Yeah, it seems like a common thing that happens on Discord. I know I've seen your name around for a long time, but I sort of forget how long some people have been around for. Text-only tray in Linux terminal. What does that mean? Oh, it's like a... No idea what it is, but I read something about it in the Discord. Let's see. Oh, wow, okay. You've been around for a long time, then. I think I've seen this guy before. Have I? Oh, okay, no, I might be thinking of someone else who also has a pink logo. I've been in Discord a while, but I've only been active since you started live streaming more often. I love soup. I love soup too. But thank you. I don't know what that has to do with the topic. If I open Firefox from the terminal and close the terminal window, Firefox would close too. How can I stop that? If you detach it from the terminal. I think a comment of mine is pinned in the GNU Linux channel. Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'll have a look at that. I kind of wonder what the comment is now. Yeah, Ripple Bombson. Sad to see him go. Sad to see the legend, the absolute legend leave the Discord server. Never actually banned. Or Bombson, if you're watching this, you actually can come back to the server. I never actually banned you. But you're probably not watching this. You only found my channel through like a shitpost over on 4chan. Actually, I haven't looked at G in a while. I wonder if my name's actually come up there, or if I've just become like too normie friendly for G now. Cause I know for a while there was like occasional posts that would come up where they were talking about me and Luke. But I wonder, any of you guys actually hang out on G? I know there's probably one of you guys here. Black Arch Tools. Isn't that like arch hacking stuff? If you're... What? Okay. I watched a YouTube video about Linux game and I questioned why do we get lower FPS than Windows users do? That video said our frames are more consistent because of less services, but we don't get as much FPS. Is it because of the delay of the wine to convert the commands to Linux compatible, or do NVIDIA AMD drivers are not as good for Linux as for Windows? Bit of both, actually. You have the wine layer, and also the NVIDIA drivers suck. AMD drivers, from what I've seen from tests, in some cases are actually, like, sort of one for one. And there are actually games where, like, there are sections of the latest Tomb Raider game, I believe, which actually perform better on Ubuntu than they do on Windows, which is crazy. I stopped browsing G a while ago. That's a good idea. I've also been subbed to you for a while, but only started interacting more since you started dropping hints in your videos that you're also a VTuber. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have been paying much attention to the thumbnails or not, but I've sort of wanted to put more, I guess, put more of myself into them. I know my face is in them, but what I mean by that is like more of my personality into them. So I'm sort of messing around a bit more with them now, and that's where you're getting some of the really weird ones. If you don't know what G is, you don't need to know what G is. It's okay. We don't need to corrupt you. How do I get Doom Emacs to load when using sudo? Sudo Emacs? I would presume. How to open NVIDIA control panel? Run the application? Resize photo ID images using face recognition what? G is the Gen 2 subreddit, I think. Not sure though. No, G is technology. I don't want to be an apostate, but screw Vulkan, dude. GPU pass-through of the VM is where is that? Hey? What? Wait, I'm sorry. No, we can't let that just... We can't just let that pass. Why don't you like Vulkan? What? No, we need to deal with this heretic. Hey, you're planning to learn Lua from in-depth hacking in Awesome. I sort of have to. Okay. Maybe there's something more to it then. But, like, why can't you use Vulkan and GPU pass-through? Like, chilling with the femboys. Sorry, what is... Wait. Okay. I'm trying to see this picture. Oh, it's way too small. Vulkan for the Mother Russia. Is Russia a banned word on YouTube? Probably not. We can speak about Russia. After 2 years in Linux, I feel like a veteran, but haven't even compiled Qt. That's good. Shall I time out heretics or something? No, you don't need to time out the heretics. Why G for technology? Where's the G besides next to Y? I'm guessing... okay, 4chan people. Is there a /T board? I'm guessing T was already taken. Otherwise, I don't know. You know it's true. 3 years on Linux and don't even call myself a veteran because I don't use Arch. What am I looking at? What am I looking at right now? What is this? Hey? What am I looking at? Stop. I'm gonna close this now. Okay. Now we're back to sanity. Back in the good day when G was for Guru. God, no. 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 Stop. We don't need that. T is for torrents. Makes sense. Four years in Arch and I consider myself a noob. I think I might have mentioned this a couple of times before. I know I've mentioned it on the podcast, definitely. I've actually had people who have come to me who, in my comment section, who've said, I've been a network manager or a system manager for the past 20 years using Linux, but I've never actually used desktop Linux before, and I've gotten a lot out of your videos. And something like that is always really weird to me, because I think that if you've been using Linux for that long, that you just must have like done everything. But there's so much you can do outside of the desktop Linux sphere that you could keep using Linux and keep learning stuff for 20 years and never ever touch desktop Linux. That's one of the cool things I do find about it. I don't know, it's just a little bit of a tidbit. It's just cool that people who've been using Linux that long can still get something out of videos from a guy who's been using it for like, what, 2.5 years at most? Features on modern terminal emulator. What are the features of a modern terminal emulator? Oh, it's just a video? I think I'm fine with that VT100, thank you. How to install... Wait, what? How to install Ubuntu 20.10 on macOS Big Sur. You don't install... You don't install Linux on macOS. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, mate? These people. There are sysadmins, you get a lot of stuff out of your videos. Then there's me, you get stuff out of my comments on your videos, not the other way around. You don't comment on videos that often. Usually you just whine in the Discord. I really want to get into retro hardware and run Unix as it was intended. That would be cool. Ubuntu with macOS kernel. So, yeah. Well, hey, the macOS kernel is open source. I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of... Like, I get it installing on, like, the Mac hardware. That makes perfect sense. I mean, like, the person's asking how to install Linux on Big Sur. That doesn't make any sense. When are you going to release your own Barb's distro? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Am I dumb? Probably. What is a Barb's distro? Open JDK policy tool. Have you considered looking at the Open JDK documentation? God, I hate Reddit sometimes. People just come here asking just the dumbest, simplest questions when it's usually like, how do I do this? And have you considered writing that thing into like a search engine? Okay, yes, you can install Linux in a VM. Yes, you can do that. Sure. I guess that's technically installing it in Big Sur. Sure. I'll give you that. Sudden suspension. What'd you do at school? What'd you do? Ah, right. That makes sense. I started working on it for a while, and then I got very lazy, and then I didn't keep working on it. How do I list files in the terminal? What's ls? Anyone who knows what I'm talking about will get it. I know Meeseeks is here. I will potentially work on it at some point, but I got lazy with it, basically. That's the only reason I didn't keep working on it. Brodie, Auto, Rice, Bootstrap, and Scripts. Where did that A come from? Do you use VS Code? Yes. Yes, this right here is VS Code. Have you never seen VS Code before? I've seen Brodie's symlink script on his GitHub. There's a lot of files that are symlinked twice. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I haven't really set up properly. There's a lot of, like, legacy stuff, and then I moved it around, and I need to get around to fixing it. Yeah, I knew you were still here. Upgrade my system now. A lot of Python-based software is throwing import error. I would guess that the Python modules weren't updated when you did that. When trying to Google for something, it's impossible to find answers for anything more advanced than how do I list files in the terminal. Well, I would suggest sort of learning how to use a search engine. Like, if you want to know, you know, what a specific, or how do I use a specific piece of software, maybe try being like, name of software, docs. That's usually a good place to start. Or maybe go on YouTube and type the name of the software, and maybe someone's had a video about that. Maybe a certain Australian's done a video on the software. Potentially. I don't know. It's possible. I'm using the default awesome keybinds. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Stop that. That's such a bad idea. They're so weirdly... Like, you use arrow keys to do everything. Why? Do you bother trying to organize all the hidden config folders in programs installed in home config? Jesus Christ, I butchered that so badly. Do you bother trying to organize all the hidden config folders, programs installed in home instead of config? It infuriates me, but I'm too lazy to fix it. I did it for a while, and then I installed a bunch more software, and then it sort of got really bad again. Oh, why am I coughing? I've caught a deadly disease. Yeah, that's a fair point. Also, stop using Google. Why are you doing that? coc.ndim creating a config in every directory open. Okay, that's interesting. I think your path is broken then. I've learned so much also. I would love if it was useful for any job. Yeah, good luck with that. Unless you make the job yourself. You're not going to get very far doing that one. Delete folder older than X days. I guess you could check the date on the folder and then, like, delete it. Just write a wrapper script or something. It wouldn't be that difficult. If you want to do it in Python, you could do it in Python even. Mastering Unix pipes, part 1. Let's find out. How do we master the Unix pipe? I would like to master some pipe. A pipe is a first in, first out inter-process communication channel. Okay, it's just a very long article on how to use pipes in C. That's cool. I woke up to see this. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Joshua Lee. By waking up, what time would that be referring to? I'm gonna say 9 a.m. I wonder how far off I am. I always have a symlink fonts folder in order to not lose them accidentally. Yeah, having your fonts in any fonts you install without a package manager, it's probably better to put them in your .local folder, because then you can very much more easily. Sure, we're just gonna go with it. Very much more easily back them up. There is a certain GitHub gist called imp by hum42. I think you should execute the script. 6. Jeez, okay. Wow. I wish I could get up at 6 in the morning. I finish work at midnight, though. So I like having sleep. So I don't want to do that. Is there a Latin language spell file for Vim? Maybe. Oh, actually, maybe I'll do something on the Vim spell check. I think I was planning to do that a while ago, actually. Oh, I do have... It's already on the list. It is, yes. Okay, well, that's fine. Ever developed in OpenGL? Not directly, but I've done so through... Shit, I just closed it. What number are we at? Like 7100 or something? Okay, cool, it's close enough. Oh yes, I don't like them in my local folder, my home folder, because I don't like having extra stuff in my home folder. I went to sleep at 3 and woke up at 6:20. Please don't tell me you did that specifically to watch the live stream. I hope you didn't do that. But if you did, that's awesome. But I hope you didn't. I sleep at 3 and... Yeah, I know how messed up your sleep schedule is. I recommend putting folders in your .local/fonts. Agreed. Agreed, Toast. Actually, there's 2 Toasts here. That's annoying. Actually, I wonder if Adam's still here. 6 hours is good? No, 6 hours is not good. You need 8 hours. 8 hours is a good amount of sleep. Oh, it's later in the day now. Okay. That's fine. That makes sense, Hum. I can see you doing that. Well, if you only have a single user, it doesn't really matter if you do everything globally anyway. Because if you have one user, globally is effectively locally anyway. Yeah. Well, okay, technically you have 2 users. Please don't actually run a Linux system with 1 user. That's a bad idea. But yeah, if you only run 1 user account, technically globally is locally. Oh, is it? Wait, is it? Do I still have that really old picture on there? Let's find out. Oh, wow. That's an old one. Wow, that was back when I was living at, I would have still been at... Where was... Salisbury Heights, yeah. I was still in Salisbury Heights at that point. Around the rich people. Look how many commits I've done this year. I'm such a good developer. I'm such a great developer. Look at this. I mean, .local/fonts works too, but I've used home/.fonts for 10 years now. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Who else hates Snap? Are you posting... If you post this on r/Ubuntu, it's gonna get a lot of people that not... Yep, there we go. Downvotes. Deleted. The comments seem to... Please stop this propaganda anti-everything coming from Canonical. Ah, here's the OP. Okay, let's see why this person hates snaps. Snap is such a piece of poop. I keep running into weird problems with snap packages that have old posts on Stack what? But nobody seems to have any interest in fixing them. Some nice command line program that used to be in the repository and works fine, but it's now a Snap package and spouts nonsensical error message, which are due to the restricted access model of Snap, but it usually takes some Googling to figure that out. Is there even a mechanism to report bugs in Snap packages? Like, there are problems with snaps, but I'm not sure exactly these are the problems. Anyone here who know OpenGL and CPP? In my Discord, yes. Brodie, I don't have one user, and even though I'm the only one using the machine, I do care about making it easier to use as a big multi-user system. What's your reasoning for that? I sort of want to know. Or is that just keeping it, like, strictly very much like the Unix philosophy? I know C preprocessor. I know C preprocessor, that's what you asked for. Well, it is CPP, yeah. That'll work out, I guess. Fractional scaling versus lower resolution. Just run at 1080p. Yeah, don't use 4K. It's dumb. You don't need it. 4K... I've run 4K screens before, and, like, they're marginally better, but I'd much rather just run a really nice 1080p screen. I don't hate Snap. I do hate apt forcing me to use it, though. I don't like that a lot of stuff on Ubuntu is sort of hiding the fact that it's a Snap. They're, like, replacing the original apt packages with snaps and just doing it in the background. In the Snap video, Luke said he had never heard of snaps and flatpaks before. 4 months earlier, he talked about snaps and flatpaks being a bad idea. He really might just be from an alternate universe. Yeah, could be. That would explain a lot, to be honest. Well, okay, to be fair, Luke doesn't really care too much about Linux in general, so it doesn't particularly surprise me that he doesn't know much about what's going on in the Linux world. Like, he uses Linux, but nowadays he doesn't really care too much about doing content on it, which does limit, like, how much he actually has to look into. Which is fair. Like, if you want to get actual things done, or whatever Luke does, I don't know, like, what is Luke? I've talked about this before. I don't actually know what Luke does in his spare time, besides, like, I actually don't cut firewood and walk through a forest. I don't know, but he doesn't seem to use Linux super often. With today's tech, we're better off with a nice 1080p IPS panel and nice performance all around. Exactly. Especially on phones. 4K phones are the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. It is literally just a battery drain for... I don't even think you can even say basically no perceivable difference. There is no perceivable difference between a 1080p and a 4K screen on, like, a 6-inch device. And if you think there is, you have much better eyesight than I do. Luke has entered the fully Uniboomer arc. Nowadays, we have Brodie. I think I'm the only, like, Linux YouTuber left who does, like, this sort of content. Like, DT mainly does distro videos now, which makes sense in his name. He does distro videos and rants. The Linux Gamer hasn't done this sort of content in a while. He just does news videos now. Chris is basically a Windows YouTuber. Luke doesn't make videos, and when he does make videos, they're not on Linux. Am I just the last Linux YouTuber that exists anymore? Oh, also, I guess Baby Wogue just does nothing but, like, GNOME stuff. Baby Wogue is doing the exact same thing that he's done for months on end. I think I'm just the last Linux YouTuber that does this sort of style of videos. Aside from, like, the really little channels. I've outlasted everyone. I've become the biggest Linux YouTuber. The Linux Gamer does full-time cringe and he's an expert. He is very good at that, for sure. I'm more than happy to let him take the crown with that one. Mental Outlaw mainly does like discussion-y videos now. Well, the Linux Gamer he goes by Gardner Bryant now. Or Bryant Gardner, what's the name? I don't know which order it's actually in. Old Tech Bloke? Okay, let's find out. Let's find out what Old Tech Bloke does. I recall the name. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. He is just behind me in subs. This guy's cool. He's just an old dude that does Linux videos. Yeah, that's awesome. I respect that. EF Linux. Okay, yeah. Okay, EF Linux is a little bit bigger than I am. Don't play his music. Damn it, don't do that. Okay, yeah. But, like, previously, DT and Luke did the same sort of videos that, like, I did as well. Now, it's very much become, like, the next generation of people that have taken over this sort of style of content, which I think is kind of cool. Please start making videos about crypto, i.e. cryptography. Yeah, I'll do that. I think there's enough videos making... I think there's enough videos talking about what Bitcoin is at this point that I don't think I need to make one. Once I get a better computer, I'll join you. Then you can invite me on Tech of a Tea, turn it into an anime/VTuber episode. Yeah, sure, why not then? I'd be more than happy to do that. Learn Linux and Linux Cast. Linux Cast is a podcast, isn't it? Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different one. There's a lot of Linux channels that have Linux in their name. Okay, yeah. That's a small channel as well. Learn Linux. Yeah, Learn Linux. How did I forget about Learn Linux? Like, I've known this guy basically since the start of my channel. And yeah, Learn Linux also is in that same boat as well. Subscribe to Luke for Linux, became Christian. That's cool. I do videos on of D&D and Linux, but I only have 50 subs. Most likely because I don't really care to make a lot of videos. Yeah, that will do it. I haven't played D&D in so long. What did I last do? I think I last played 5th Ed. Yeah. The last campaign I did was a 5th Ed campaign. Not a fan of 5th Ed. And most of my experience is, like, with 3.5. Because, that, you know, most people, that's where most of their D&D experiences is. Learn Linux. Okay, there's a Learn Linux and there's a Learn Linux TV. They are very different channels. I think it's a good direction with where, like, the Linux world has sort of gone. Because there was a lot of people doing the same sort of videos, and there wasn't really much, there That means the same thing. That everyone's doing the same videos, there's not much variety. Those sentences have the exact same meaning. I like that there's more variety in what exists now. That's what I'm trying to say. I tried to make some Linux videos, but I kind of suck, and I'm busy right now. You're one of my inspirations. I would still like to succeed. Oh, that's sweet. But yes, your videos will suck. That's not me being mean to you. Everyone's videos suck when they first make them. The only way to stop your videos from being bad is to make more videos. There's like no secret to doing this. The only way to do it is just make more videos, and the videos will get better, presumably. Hopefully. If you acknowledge the sort of issues you have with how you're sort of presenting. How long is this stream going to be? It's a good question. When I feel like stopping. At most, it'll be 4 hours, but I don't know if I'll go 4 hours. Maybe I'll stop at 3. Damn it, I'm sure y'all... Elsie said y'all. Y'all is my least favorite word. If you want a way to annoy me, just say y'all a lot. Hey, if you want to annoy me and yeah, just go on. Don't start saying y'all. I'm sure y'all YouTubers in the chat here will eventually be successful and make fine videos, unlike Brodie Tan. Which Linux channel would you say does the most scripting related content? That's kind of difficult. I can't think of one that does mainly scripting stuff. When are you moving? Y'all. If you send me a super chat, I'll just say... I will say... Every time I say y'all or you all, I'll say y'all instead. When are you moving to a cabin in the middle of nowhere and... Wait, when are you moving to the middle of nowhere and starting living in a cabin? I would love to move out into the country. That would be so nice. I'm probably gonna... Goodbye, y'all. Stop it. No, it's not a great word. It's such a bad word. I'm probably gonna end up somewhere like Renmark or Wakery or Berry. I'm not too sure. Somewhere down by the Murray. Yeah, Learn Linux is probably the only channel that I would be able to think of that does a lot of scripting stuff. Ah, Primeagon, yes. Yes, Primeagon's a really good one as well. But Primeagon's less of a Linux channel and more of a Vim channel, if I recall correctly. But, the point still holds. Unless I'm thinking of another one. Am I thinking of a different channel? Primeagon. Yeah, no, I am thinking of Primeagon. But he does a lot of really cool stuff. How much is a cabin in Australia? I haven't looked at cabins. 6.5 kangaroos? I don't know how much a kangaroo is. I think you can own kangaroos if you have a license. The Primeagon is kind of cringe though. What's wrong with Primeagon? I haven't watched much of his stuff. I've seen like a little bit. When are you gonna switch off the evils of Vim and join us at the Church of Emacs? I would love to try Emacs out at some point. I might actually give it a bit of a try this week, maybe. RWX Rob has great live streams. That is not a good name. That is such a hard name to search for and read out. Is the wiki down? For Manjaro wiki? I don't know, maybe. I mean, he uses Arch if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what he uses, but... Primeagon's mainly like a, you know, a Vim channel. I don't know what he uses under the Vim. Is Ubuntu? I don't know. Have you ever heard of Ubuntu? That sounds like a interesting distro. Maybe it's what would happen if Canonical made a Japanese a Japanese food shop. They'll call it That's such a good business idea. Canonical. I will claim 10% equity in your company if you make Ubento. That is my idea. Canonical claims 95% of all Ubuntu installations are LTS, but does that mean only 5% of other users use non-LTS? That would be how that maths works out, yes? What? Yes. What do you... Yes, that is exactly what that means. Unless there are more than 2 versions. Yes, if someone is using... If 95% of people are using LTS, that means the other people who are using Ubuntu would be using not LTS. What part of that's difficult to understand? Jesus. Reddit. The pinnacle of intellect. Try Doom, Emacs, have a look at DistroTube's vids to get started, or check out System Crafters. System Crafters is someone I did hear about very recently. I haven't watched their videos yet, but they look cool. I broke my fonts? How'd you do that? Fix by installing fonts. Yeah, that's usually how you do it. Math is hard. Math is very hard. That's why I got A's in all my math classes. Because I got a big math brain. It's not a very good English brain, though. And then I decided to start making a job where I speak all the time. Which isn't probably the best business strategy, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Maybe I should have done something else in my life, hey. But we're here now, so we'll make it work, won't we? What distribution? Oh. Even if 100% of users used LTS, 95% of users used LTS. Even if 100% of users used LTS, 95% of users used LTS. That hurts my brain. Yes, 3 Blue 1 Brown is an absolutely amazing channel. Helped me through a lot of my I think there was some videos and like statistics on there that kind of helped me out when I was doing my AI class. Something I've noticed after using Linux full time now. What have you noticed? If it's capped, then you might have some weird driver issues. YouTube has a new series called Introduction to Computational Thinking. That's cool. It's good to see that YouTube is doing something productive with their money. I've noticed the default font rendering in Manjaro KDE Plasma is, I'm sorry to say, far worse than anything I've seen in any distro I've used. It shouldn't be any worse than anything else. Okay, Yash, why did you say maths and then start talking about McDonald's and KFC? And how KFC has rice bowls. How do you segue between those two things? I don't understand. You confuse me sometimes. The Organic Chemistry Tutor is my go-to education channel for school. I've not heard of that one. Oh. TT. Typing tutor / test. Typing program. 200 lines of C. Uh-huh. What is this? Is this supposed to be a GIF? Oh, it's an MP4. Oh, it's like a... Oh, yeah. That's cool. Okay, that goes on my list then. Sure, why not? I don't know if I'll do a full video on it or merge it into something else, but that's still cool nonetheless. Where are we at? That's one. Pretty sleepy. Put that there. Typing. Test. Anime and manga are my educators. Depending on what you're trying to learn. Like, if you're trying to learn anime, trying to learn Japanese. Yeah, that's how that works. Trying to learn Japanese, it's not the worst place you can go. There's a ton of X tiling window managers, but only one worth mentioning for Wayland. Will we see the amount of choice we have in X for Wayland in anytime soon? Okay, I think that... Okay, so I don't know if... I did mention this earlier, I think. In the next version of the NVIDIA drivers, NVIDIA claims they will support Wayland better. So as that sort of happens, that's going to make using Wayland much easier. With the next version of Ubuntu, am I correct? I think the next version of Ubuntu is going to default to Wayland. That's going to mean there's going to be more developers on Wayland, because not everyone running Ubuntu is going to want to use GNOME. I know there's actual developers on Ubuntu as well who want to run other things. I think that as that happens and there's more and more Wayland support, you will start to see more applications being made with Wayland in mind. I don't know how long it's going to take, because the same thing could have been said about Pulse Audio as well at the start. Like, back when Pulse first came out, most applications didn't support it, and you still had to run ULSA. But it's very much switched now, where now, if you're not running Pulse Audio, there's a lot of applications where audio just won't work. So over time, I think there will be a bit of a switch. It's just when that's going to happen, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you in that respect. Sort of like we need good software for people to switch to Wayland, and we need people to switch to Wayland for there to be good software. It's just that no one's really doing it. There was an awesome WM rewrite for Wayland, but it died because it had has basically no interest. Yeah, that sort of makes sense. Yeah, one day Wayland will be the standard. Like, I don't know when though. That's the thing. One day, but. I was trying to load Warframe in a Manjaro VM to see if it would work before I migrate to Manjaro. Do you have your graphics drivers working properly? That's an issue with VMs occasionally. DWL exists. Waymonad is abandonware. Software network effect. Yes, exactly. As the network grows, there will be more reason to actually be in the network. Or whatever. I love X. Do you? What's there to love about X? Like, it's one of those things where I acknowledge the fact that it exists, but I don't really have any amazing desire to keep using it. Like, if something replaces it, that's cool. Oh wow, we're up to Peru now. That we've almost hit December. Undeleting a file overridden with MV. Wait. Hold up. Uh-huh. Oh, this is actually kind of interesting. I'll have to have a proper look at this one, actually. That's actually kind of cool. I should probably just delete the swap file so I can use this properly. Wait, where are we at? I don't love X. The only reason I use it is that it comes with the distro, which is basically most people. Yeah. I accept it. I accept its existence. I tolerate it. Recovering from MV. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, okay. Here you go. Where are we at? This one. Jump to a new stream without disrupting existing search results. Hey, Brodie, can you check out Look at Me? Not sure if you checked it out already. It's by Doc Savage over on GitHub. I don't... Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know what that is. Look at Me, Doc Savage. Aww, it is a interactive terminal-based markdown presenter. Uh-huh. I have not looked at this, no. Yeah, thank you. I'll have a look at that one for sure. That is right up my alley. Ugh. Markdown presenter. If you use xlib, you're an unexperienced, confused, or masochist. What if I want to be a masochist? Stop doing that, Brodie. Stop closing things. There we go. Hide bar in monocle mode. That's a BSPWM thing. Why am I still on that sub? I haven't done BSPWM videos in a while. Muting applications. Oh, another BSPWM thing. But you can check when your window changes focus, and then I guess mute that device in Pulse Audio. That would be a way to do it, I guess. That would be the easiest way I can think of. Pretty sure the Suckless team hates xlib. I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Console... What is this? Is this a... Is this... I think this might be Brush. Brush. Yep, there it is, Brush. Oh! Okay, there's a couple of cool things in here. What do we got? Web policies? Uh-huh. Okay, this is... Okay, there's nothing actually that cool in here. Confirm Brodie's a masochist, he wants to be stepped on. No. No comment. That's what I'll say, no comment. You can have whatever headcanon you want. Latest update broke cups and can't print. Yes. Are you following r/player9? It's quite funny seeing Redditor trying to 9. No, I'm not, but that does sound pretty funny. Almost just as funny as like r/suckless. Imagine like an r/catv. The antithesis of Reddit. Am I late to the party? You are, but the show's not ending anytime soon, so... Welcome to the party. How you doing, Blackberry? Look through the man pages, like 404. Oh, that's great. Water. Water is good. I will drink more afterwards, but I want water first. I was actually like, okay, so I had 4 drinks the other weekend, and that kind of like messed me up for a couple of days, which sort of explains how bad I am at drinking at this point. Hello, FT. How are you doing? I got so much hate from r/. That was a meme. I didn't think that actually existed. Oh, that's great. Oh, we've had the picture there for a while, haven't we? I guess we can change it. Let's bring another one. What other fan art do I have? Oh, I did mention this earlier. If you do want to make any beautiful fan art like this for me, and I might show it on the stream, because I guess I'll do that now. You can post it to the fan art channel on my Discord server, or I guess you could put it on like, you could put it on my Reddit if you wanted to. Yeah, you can put it on my Reddit or Discord in the hashtag fan art section. Here we go. Either one works, whichever you want to do. Here we go. Go is more fun to code in, C is faster, nothing wrong with it. The only drink that is not bloat. Yeah, water is not bloat. This water bottle though, this water bottle made by Camelback. I'm not sponsored by Camelback, but please hit me up, Camelback. I'll take your money. That might be bloat though. Hey, someone was mentioning Tri-Squeal earlier. Here you go. The official Vim installer for Windows doesn't have viruses. What? What? Oh my god. Does Vim have viruses in it, guys? I don't know. That water bottle is bloated. It has a lid. I have a cup here. I could use that instead. Stash. A CLI tool for storing sensitive data safely. I'm guessing it's just like a wrapper that just auto encrypts it for you. I'll add it to the list. Encrypted data. Is it bloat if you pipe your water through lolcat? Is that basically the equivalent of like putting just dyes in your water? TLDR the stream where you read... Wait, TLDR the stream where you read Ted's manifesto. I wasn't here, sadly. I didn't read Ted's manifesto. That would have been fun though. This is a nice trick. Is it going to uninstall Windows? Just learned you can type CMD into the Windows address bar to open a console at the... Yes. Yes, you can do that. Is there a CLI tool for saving a web page as a PDF? Not one that I know of directly, but you could download the web page and then convert it with Pandoc, so you can make a wrapper script around it. If only your newsbot could somehow detect deleted and 0 upvote posts. Yeah, sadly the RSS feed doesn't update for those. That would be cool though. basically when a post is made, it just gets added to the RSS feed. It ignores everything else that happens after that. Emoji support an ST terminal. Yeah, because of broken libraries that every other terminal works around, but ST is like, no, library should fix itself. Lol, CMD and Roffy opens Xterm. What? Okay. Not your default terminal? Specifically Xterm. Okay, sure. Brave browser on Manjaro GNOME. Uh-huh. It'll be updated when they decide to update it. That's when it'll be updated. Is there a retrieve the initial install date? Wait, is there a way to retrieve the initial install date for my actual Arch distro? I wonder. Maybe you could check like one of the base install files that's never been changed. Yeah, that'll do it. What do we got here? Pretty sure Chromium-based browsers can save pages as a PDF through their print dialog. Let's find out. Print? Hey, look, they can do that. Yes. You're right. Good way to edit PDFs in Linux. I need it for correcting text fields. Any of the graphical PDF viewers, I don't use them, so I don't really have a good answer for you for one that's good, but most of the graphical ones will be able to do it. Oh, okay, so it sounds like Xterm is your terminal then. Ah, okay. How do I improve my battery life? Stop running things. That's a good start. If you don't run any applications, you will have more battery life. Turn the computer off. That's a good way to do it as well. Do you think if OEMs switch to Arch, that those OEMs might reconsider Windows as the default? Why would OEMs switch to switch to ARM, not Arch? Why would OEMs switch to ARM? That doesn't make any sense. You can probably run Firefox or Chrome in headless mode. Yeah, you can do that. Firefox can do it. Pretty sure it's a standard thing. Sure. Okay. I didn't know that. Windows users can be seen as privileged. Oh god, it's another one of these examples. Okay, let's find out why Windows users are privileged. Windows always gets day one support for software, while software for other operating systems are delayed or lag behind in updates. Media refers to Windows PC, a technically inclusive term including while Mac OS and Linux by their actual OS name. Many laptops and other hardware inherently integrate blah blah blah. Okay. You can call me a OSJW. That's a pun. That was hilarious. Hilarious pun. Oh god, I hate these posts. Just like, I guarantee this person has a bunch of upvotes. Oh wow. Wow, I'm wrong. I can't read Reddit anymore. I'm so bad at reading Redditors. Yeah, they get the latest updates for Windows. It's basically just someone trying to get internet points on Reddit, and apparently r/Linux didn't like it. Yeah. He hopes to get Reddit karma. That's what he hopes to get. Because as you know, women love Reddit karma. Like, most women, they won't date anyone who has less than 5,000 Reddit karma. It's very important for the dating game. What does the @ symbol mean? It means at. It's syntax. Brodie, I'll let you choose. Either you make videos on cryptography, i.e. on mathematics, and CS, or tutorials on PostScript. I could do videos on both. Like, they're not. Those are not exclusive topics. I'll put them on the list. OSJW simps. We are not streaming on Twitch. I am allowed to say the word simp here. Because Twitch banned the word simp. You can't be mean. You can't say simp to people because that's insulting. Where was I going to put it? Tutorials. Yes, that one. Cryptography. Cryptography. PostScript. Which one first? Oh god, I have no idea. I got 7k calm when I posted a gif of Reducia swinging her hips in r/hololive. I just wasn't intentionally farming. I know exactly the one you're talking about. That was from one of... Who else was in... Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember who else was there. Maybe, like, Mariam was there as well. That's cringe. Big cringe. I know a few people who use Windows just for PowerShell. PowerShell is the most disgusting shell I've ever seen. I don't understand it. It's such a weirdly designed shell. I don't know why they didn't just clone Bash. It would have made much more sense. Like, it's not, like, there's a lot of things that changed when they went from, like, the old shell to PowerShell, and they made it worse. I don't know why. Like, they could have just kept the DOS shell exactly the way it was. They didn't have to make it PowerShell. It does run on... Wait, should I do a video on PowerShell? I'm going to do a video on PowerShell. I don't care what you have to say, actually. I'll pretend like I care about your opinion, but no, I'm going to do a video on PowerShell just because I want to talk about how badly designed it is. That'll just be funny. Are there any people here who are really knowledgeable about Ubuntu on iMacs/Apple? I've never run Ubuntu on an Apple before, but I have run it on an iMac. Ignoring the, like, okay, even if PowerShell was the fastest shell in existence, the syntax it uses just makes it just incomprehensible why anyone thought it was a good idea. Yes, PowerShell is object-oriented. Why is a shell object-oriented? That doesn't even make sense as a concept. Why use Bash over ZSH or other shell? There might actually be some... r/command line usually has actual reasonable things in here. If you use it like this, you should only be using POSIX stuff, not Bashisms. Actually, I was talking about Reddit Karma, and I actually have 3.5k Reddit Karma. This account's also like 8 years old, though. And I did used to use Reddit in the past. How to avoid DNS servers via command line? What? What does that even mean? Some people use Arch on Macs, by the way. It's kind of harder to do it on the newer Macs. Like, I don't mean the ARM-based ones. I mean just before that, because Apple makes weird hardware. It makes stuff very hard to run other stuff on. I use bash because I see no need for ZSH or fish. Well, there's not really a need for ZSH. It's more like a want. Like, do you want things to be kind of cool? Then yes, run a ZSH. Do you want a syntax that is so different from your existing shell? Then run fish. That's a good that's a good way to look at it. Usually that's a weird the monitor not reporting stuff properly. Red Manjaro on a MacBook Pro 2014 was alright. Wi-Fi was tough to get running. I hear that's the big problem that usually you have. Usually, like, random cards in the device will just not work properly. Oh, Will, how you doing, man? You decided... Wait, what? I'm sorry, what time is it in Queensland? Time in Queensland. Okay, you're half an hour behind me. Okay. I thought you were ahead of me for some reason. Unicode emoji, a plugin for fast Unicode insertion based on ZSH. Yazgu. Yazgu. What a name. That's cool. Yeah. Moving house sucks. I hate packing boxes. Oh, yeah, no. I don't miss that. I'm so happy that, now the next time I move, I basically just have to move a room. It's going to be so much easier to do. When I moved out of my parents' house, that was such a hassle to do. Because I was helping my sister move out. I was helping my mum move out. And I'd help, obviously, get my stuff out as well. Then my second place, I still had a lot of extra stuff that I didn't need. But it was cut back a lot. Now I still have... I think there's more... Okay, there's less stuff in general. But more stuff that's actually important to keep. So I'm not going to be able to get rid of a lot of stuff. But... hopefully it'll be easier this time. And when I get into a place that I actually own, I will probably stay there for quite a while. My Bash PS1 prompt didn't work in ZSH, so I had to have some fun learning what the prompt and R prompt did. I just run spaceship. I don't even bother writing my own prompt. I just run spaceship. Sure, is it bloat? Yes. But does it work? Yes. And that's all I need. How to change file permissions? Chmod. Is there a way I can do it outside of your terminal? I think PC Man FM might have a way to do it. Maybe. Potentially. Actually, what were you running? You are running... Oh, you don't say. You just say Manjaro. Probably whatever... Actually, does Manjaro have, like, a default that it usually ships with? Like, the one that most people go with? I'm guessing, like, KDE. In which case, Dolphin. Yeah. I think I actually can, reduce the delay. What spaceship? Is it similar Oh My ZSH or something? Did you just say that? Okay, spaceship is a prompt. That's all it is. Oh My ZSH is a plugin manager that has a bunch of other garbage attached to it as well. It's like it's sort of like the, I guess, the Doom Emacs of ZSH. Manjaro's got the most standard desktop. But I get that, but what's the one that most people sort of run? Is it KDE? I can't imagine it being GNOME, that's for sure. Wait, if it's the one that runs on both, I run specifically the ZSH version. Everyone look at Runson 32 point now laugh. Don't, he might get depressed and then post a giant thing on Twitter about me running a Discord server that has people being mean to him. I broke your chat thing. Did you? What did you do to it? What did it even mean? Did he show the good memes yet? I had your one up at the start. I can bring it back if you'd like. Yeah, okay, so I mentioned this earlier. Will was the one who made that original image I had. You can congratulate Will for that beautiful piece of artwork he made. Oh, I know it's fine, Ron. I know that you're actually able to understand human conversations. I was more talking about someone that Me6 knows about. Wouldn't it be funny if he's actually in the chat right now? That would be kind of funny, actually. I don't even know what that means. What is a deb tap? How to change VIFM's startup command. This person's asking how to write a shell alias. I don't know what it does, but typing $$ displays nothing. Oh! I'm guessing that's the reason why it does display nothing. It's probably there to make sure it doesn't get escaped or anything. Yazgu has a lot of cool looking repos. I will check Yazgu's repos out. I was more laughing at the fact that Yazgu sounds a lot like Yagu. Or Yagor. Yeah. I find art boring and overcomplicated, so I use OpenSUSE. I don't know if that's a joke, and OpenSUSE is like more complicated. Oh! This is actually kind of cool. Oh, this guy made Blockish. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I do know who this guy is. I'm in such a weird position where I can recognize just random developers like this. Stop closing stuff, Brodie. What are you doing? AMD GPU clock adjustment. BIOS. Yes, I love my shell aliases. I don't know how many times I've had people in the comment section say, hey, how did you open up Vim by typing V? Menu-based package manager, what? Oh, it's an Ubuntu thing. I'm able to set the primary button to the right button on my mouse. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, mate? Okay. I don't know what that was. How to fix boot loop when reaching GNOME display. I found a year-old video spaceship from your channel. Go and look at it after the stream. Cool. Forget about the M1. Okay, you're just pushing Risk V. That's cool. Is it possible to stop battery management making my laptop run in full power when it's uncharged? When it's uncharged. You mean not charging. Uncharged would be a very different state of power. Uncharged, you're not exactly going to be running much of anything. Want to make a cursed Linux distro with PowerShell as the shell and Edge as the browser. Are you just basically asking for Windows? Make like a Linux version of the Windows 10 wallpaper as well. Like have tux in like the Windows colors in the place of like the Windows logo. That would be a cool wallpaper. I would run that. I would make a video about wallpapers. An entire video just dedicated to wallpapers. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to look into manual tiling, window managers, and get off these dynamic tilers. Manual tilers are kind of neat, actually. I like my dynamic tilers, though. Hybrid tilers are a weird one. Like, BSPWM is in such a odd position. But it lets you do some cool things, for sure. It's just... It takes control away in weird ways, but you can still sort of get control back. BSPWM is just a weird window manager in general. You mean MS Windows style? What did I say? Did I say some... We once again say something that makes no sense to you guys, but I thought it made sense in my head. High performance CLI batch image resizer and rotator maintenance release. Make it based on the MS Linux kernel. Ah, my boy Jarun. This is the guy who makes NNN. Not that NNN, the file manager NNN. If you don't know who this guy is, like he makes some really cool stuff. NNN, BCal, Googler, Buku, like really, really awesome applications. I recommend checking them out. I will add this to the list if it's not already there. It should be, but if it's not, then it will be on the list. Image P. It is not on the list. It will be on the list now. Image compression. I still can't wrap my head around the tree for BSPWM. I recommend getting a piece of paper and drawing it. That's my suggestion. Because the way BSPWM works is... Yeah, see you later, man. Good to have you around. So the way BSPWM works is whenever you add a node, it's never directly connected to another node. So it will... Even if it's the child of a node... Oh, sorry. If you have a node that is the child of another node, there's always going to be a node in between that acts as the parent. So that's how node rotations work. Basically, so you have these two nodes here. Directly above it, you'll have like a... I guess the parent node that sort of acts as the group node. So when you rotate it, basically it's like... It's actually doing like a node swap instead. It's a very weird tree structure. I don't use a tiling window manager, but I have this weird XDO tool script that moves and resizes specific applications because I hated getting the right window aspect ratio every time. Yeah, the XDO tool is an awesome application. I love it. I use it very frequently. Good video about window managers and BSPWM by The Alternative. I haven't heard of that channel, so I'll take your word for it. Emoji and Vim. Have your fonts. Linux is like being at home.
What?
When I feel each morning... Well, what I feel each morning after turning my computer on is the same feeling of owning a house, not renting one. A house that is given to you for free. A place that you can decorate as you wish. A place without cameras spying at you. The furniture is also given to you for free. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. The time you dedicate to make it beautiful, that just makes my days happier. because it is joyful living in a nice place. Thanks to the creators, maintainers, supporters of this amazing community. Have a great day, folks. What? 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 What did I? What did I just read? What? You didn't even try to pronounce... Oh, okay, I know it's pronounced Zurich. I'm pretty sure. It's Reddit. What do you expect? Very deep. 3 deep, 5 me. You know? Gotta be a big intellectual Redditor. Why do undo, reload, save all lines? What? I just made a documentation for undo file and stumbled upon the undo reload option. It should work in the following way. I don't know. Oasis Linux, a small statically linked Linux distribution. Well, that's what. I thought TWM meant Tiny Window Manager. It can also mean Tiny Window Manager. I think there actually might be a tiling window manager called Tiny Window Manager. Or like Micro Window Manager? Can I have a house for free too? You can go back in time a little bit to before Mr. Beast made his video where he was selling houses for $1. Well, that's the English version of it. Well, I can only speak English, so that's all you're going to get from me. 8-month transformation. Oh, it's transformation to your vimRC. I don't even remotely care. Area in FCF install in Vim. I don't know. I'm not sure what the problem is there. It's confusing when one comes from TWM to learn about TWM. Dead Simple CLI Display Manager on TTY. I think I know which one this is. Or is this a new one? I don't remember. Wait, how do you spell it? Oh, MTTY. Yes. I have 4 lines in my vimRC after 5 years of using Vim. I can respect that. I have no interest in basically using vanilla Vim, but I can respect people who do. Where would I hire someone to build/modify a Vim plugin? Fiverr. Oh, I actually did have someone come to me asking me if I wanted to do consulting to show them how to like install everything I've installed for my my Linux distro. But I just didn't feel right about taking someone's money to do that, because all of it's there for free anyway. Like, I could take your money and I could charge you like $60 an hour for it, $70 an hour for it, but I don't feel right doing that. Maybe I should be more greedy and be more of a capitalist, but I don't know. That's not what I would feel bad about doing it. Fiverr's actually a really good website for some things. Like, if you want to get art done, Fiverr's actually a pretty good site for it. You could set the grub boot menu with a 0-second countdown and have it just automatically select the first thing on the list. That's how you can do that. Inertia scroll on browsers. Stop. You don't want it. Item 2 takes a really long time to load. Get a better MacBook. Or get a not a MacBook. And stop running item. I created a bash script to automatically GoDaddy domains from the CLI, from the Linux CLI. You know what you should do? You should use a bash script to automatically block any domains that are bought from GoDaddy. Charge him $1 an hour so you don't feel bad. Yeah, but then I'd be wasting my time. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna charge you consulting rates. But I don't feel good doing it to begin with because everything about my setup's already out there for free. I use Fiverr for art commissions all the time. I kind of want to get... I've talked about this before. I kind of want to get a, like, some custom music done for my streams. Maybe just, like, one thing I can loop in the background all the time. Because right now I'm just using, Harris Heller's stuff. Which is really good. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love everything that's been done with StreamBeats. But I kind of want to have something specifically for me that I can have looping in the background. Because then I could get, like, different seasonal versions of it made and things like that. Which I think would be pretty cool. Don't buy domains from GoDaddy. GoDaddy likes to cancel domains just because they don't like you. Why does PowerShell have a mascot? I'm sorry, does it have a mascot? Do you root your Android phone or just make love to it? I sort of just neglect it and just make it feel like it's unloved. Also, back to this PowerShell mascot. I'm gonna find the image. Wait. No, this is a meme. This isn't real. No, this is not real. Wait. No, this is not real. No. Oh my god, it is. This is on the Microsoft website. Where did my chat go? I lost my chat. There's chat. PowerShell has a comic series. Aha. Why is this a thing? What is this? Would you like to have an M1 MacBook running Linux? Are you offering to send me one? If no, then no. Oh, why? Why? Why is this real? Okay, sure. Someone got paid to make that. They also had a comic for the stay-at-home server. Oh my lord. I didn't know PowerShell was so cool and stylish. There's when I searched for it on start page, there was also some other art as well. I have a feeling there may potentially be some lewd art of the PowerShell mascot. I have a feeling that it exists. How to recover data from Ubuntu which is reformatted to new OS? You've lost all your data. It's all Windows users who've never heard of it, who've never heard of a terminal before. I'm not able to open Linux. What do you mean you're not able to open Linux? What does that mean? Why don't I post my rices on Unix porn? Because... Oh, look at this thing. So, the only thing in your grub menu is Windows. Oh, that's great. Because, okay, the reason why I don't, because I don't care about Reddit karma. Yeah. Like, there's enough super boring posts on Unix forum where it's like, hey, look, it's a window manager. Yay. We know who... Ready time. We know who put the PJW face on the water tower. I'm sorry, what? Wait, did that actually happen? Is that a real thing? Who would create other forms of art of the PowerShell mascot? Redditors. That's who. What's better, Linux, Ubuntu, or Subaru? I'd go... Yeah, I'd take a cool Subaru. That'd be nice. Like a Impreza or something. That'd be nice. Better than my car. My car's a piece of junk right now. Need to sell it before it breaks down. Again. No, it's some guy who says Linux is an app. Technically, if you're from a Windows perspective, it is. Well, Microsoft lets you download the mascot image, but you're not allowed to use it for anything without Microsoft permission. That's not going to stop the Redditors. Default.bashrc file. Can someone help or share the default bashrc file? The default is no bashrc file. Just delete it. Updating all AOR packages is dependent on Python. Just update all your AOR packages. Long ago, someone put a PJW face on a water tower at Bell Labs. Recently, Ken revealed who did it. That's kind of funny. Ubuntu on a new Mac with an M1 chip. Drivers. No, you won't even... At this time, in December, you wouldn't even be able to get it installed. Firefox not casting the right font on Arch DWM. Set up your fonts properly. Do you think that Office 365 will come to Linux look like they're making an Electron version of Outlook? Probably. I would find it very unlikely that it wouldn't. I feel like it's so weird that it's not here already. And I wouldn't be surprised if they like open source it. Teams runs on Linux? I've heard about that. Yeah, sadly. They open source it for the sake of getting free developers. Those who live the FSF-approved software lifestyle, how do you entertain yourself and connect to others? Have you considered obtaining media in other forms? Not through Netflix and Spotify? When do we get to the point where Netflix and Spotify were just the only way you could obtain content? It's been fun. Almost 8 AM. Been up all night. Thanks for the stream, everybody in chat. That's awesome. You shouldn't be here, but thank you. Please go to sleep or something. Imagine the day DocX format gets open sourced. That'll be funny. It would make LibreOffice a much better application. It'll be open sourced when they come up with their next proprietary format. That's when it'll happen. Favorite Ubuntu VPN. What is an Ubuntu VPN? Help needed. You want someone to do your homework for you. What is the general directory? That's not a real thing. Wait, let's have a look at these questions. Okay, we're gonna go through these questions and help this person answer them. Top directory called your name. Create 3 subdirectories called general, medic, test. Create the following files and directories named. Okay. Create a file called fruit and put this in it. You are literally just being asked to make files and you don't know how to do it, right? Okay. Copy the file to the... Oh my god. This person is asking someone to do their homework for them. Oh my god. What is this? Don't go to Reddit to get someone to answer your homework questions for you. How are you doing? Chin to mog. I don't know what your name is, mate. I'm gonna call you Chin. Logging into Manjaro without a mouse. Yeah, use your keyboard. You have arrow keys. Just use your arrow keys. It's not very difficult. Arrow keys and the enter key. That's all you need. And like the other keys, you can type. I predict the .file format can be everything and is always opened. Of course, proprietary, made by Microsoft. Have you seen other forums? Literally just stuff like this. Yeah, the only other forum I frequent is the Arch forums. The Arch forums are typically much better though. Because all of the dumb Redditors stay on Reddit. His brother's name is Cheek. Haha. How do I disable this voiceover that is present in Arch? What? What? What are you on about? Oh, was there an accessibility feature in the installer? Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. I don't know if anyone talked about that. That's actually really cool. I'm happy to see that is in the installer. Is there a Linux group on TikTok? There actually are Linux creators on TikTok. It's like they do like Linux stuff directly on TikTok. I don't think they have YouTube accounts. And there's people like The Digital Life as well. I've talked about him before. He does very simple tech videos on TikTok. Now, I do have some ideas for doing stuff with TikTok. I'm thinking of I've got some ideas. One of them is like, so I kind of want to parody the idea of like a distro review. And I'll probably upload it to YouTube as a YouTube short as well. I want to parody the idea of a distro review, basically saying these very vague and generic things about distros and showing a different picture of a distro every single time and just pretending as if I'm talking about the exact same thing. I discussed it with a Hex DSL a couple of months back, but he never made the video himself. And I said, oh yeah, you can do that if you want to do it. But now that he hasn't done it, it's free real estate, so I'm going to do it myself. Oh, for a second I thought it was going to be a CLI tool to access plenty of fish. That would be hilarious. I would love that. Spell break on Linux. What? Is spell break a game or something? You're trying to advertise your channel, and they're like, nah, man. TikTok is just longer vines. Yeah, it is, but the Zoomers like it. trying to stick. I could do that. That's an idea. I've also got an idea of like, so you know how there's like those hype beast YouTubers who are like, hey guys, I am super excited about everything I do. Like that sort of YouTuber. I kind of want to do like a Linux video like that, just in the form of a YouTube short. It'll be like the most mundane thing. It'll be probably like using like a Linux pipe or something. I think it would be an entertaining video. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I think the hypebeast Linux YouTuber could be kind of funny. I would hate to do a full video like that, but a TikTok would be fine. I've been thinking something similar like Linux TikTok before on YouTube Shorts. It's literally, this is how you create a directory in the terminal, and the people in the comments are excited soy jacks. Maybe I can show them how to use the ls command. Seems like even people running a Linux distro don't know how to use ls. Pulse audio selectively forgetting about audio devices. Yes, it's Pulse audio. TikTok has a lot of porn. That's news to me. Doesn't surprise me. I've actually never used TikTok. Like, I literally have not used TikTok a single time. I have watched compilations of TikToks that streamers have watched, but I've never gone out of my way to actually watch something. Anything can be funny with the right execution, which is rare. Yeah, comedy is not my my strong suit, but I'll see if I can make it work. Linux implementation for Galaxy Buds Plus and Live. Wouldn't they just work as like regular Bluetooth buds? I don't know. How to disable or how to force disable light DM. Pacman dash R. Pacman dash R light DM. What are your thoughts on Kuma's / porn addiction? What is my thoughts on that? I think there are definitely some people who have some serious problems with how much pornography they watch. But I'm not in the camp where it's like, no, porn bad. Porn equal bad. You must, if you want to have a sexual satisfaction, you must find a woman to have sexual satisfaction with, otherwise you're a bad person and you're just wasting your life away. I'm not in that boat. If you want to watch porn, that's entirely fine. But when you're at the point when you're like jacking off multiple times a day, that's a problem. That's a serious problem. And those are sort of people who who also then go on to make the videos where it's like, I stopped watching porn and I have so much free time, I can like go for runs and stuff. Yeah, if you're watching like 2 hours of porn every day, you will have a bunch of extra time. But if you watch porn in moderation, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know, is that a hot take? Porn does not equal bad. How do you download RSS feeds for offline reading? With an RSS feed reader? I need a burner phone to install TikTok. I have an old phone. I think it's my old Moto G5. Yeah, G5 I think. Once a week and no porn is fine though. I don't know, it's probably fine if you watch porn more than once a week. I think it becomes a problem when you are actively avoiding other things in your life to watch porn. That's when it becomes an issue. Like if it's like, okay, I could go out with some friends or watch porn, and you're like, I watch the porn instead. That's an issue. Like I could work out or I could watch porn. Like that's a problem. RGA RipGrep also searches PDFs, ebooks, Office documents. Oh, that's cool. Can you change the music? Play some Ninth Wonder or something, please. I cannot be here. That careless choice of music throws many off. Me, definitely. I definitely can't play it. I'm guessing Ninth Wonder is like some band. Definitely not. Yeah. No, I definitely can't. Why would that be any less careless than this? Where'd it go? That one. There it is. Boku no... Stop. Stop it. I'm not reading that. It's the real reason you need so many internet connections? Yeah, that's true. It's free music? I guess I could try it out. I'll have a look at their license afterwards. I found a guide on how to reclock NVIDIA cards at boot using Novo. That's cool. Don't have an NVIDIA card. Rob not passing my parameters. I think you might be doing stuff wrong then. MF Doom. MF Doom? What is MF Doom? MF Doom. No, I saw the Boku part. That's fine. But when I saw the Pico, I knew exactly where you're going. Porn doesn't equal bad. Doesn't sound very Christian to me, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious at all. Big reveal there. The weeb is not religious. Disable icon themes. Boot time suddenly takes 2 minutes before it took 8 seconds. I think you have issues with something on your system. Make your terminal snow for the holidays. We're up to Christmas stuff now. Yes. They could do that. Yeah, that's an option. Just pray for forgiveness. God damn it. Pray for forgiveness after everything you do. I am bad at speaking. Manjaro not able to boot. Well, you gotta give it the boot then. Huh. Papa Luke's gonna be very angry now. There's this one Linux YouTuber that's like aggressively Christian, went on a big rant about library showing porn and deleted his library channel. Switch to Linux. That's who it is. How do you say you aren't religious? Do you not follow the religion of anime thighs? That's a... Yeah, I'll give you that one. It's a good religion. I think the reason why it's like that is because I don't get into politics a lot of the time. Like, I don't get into religion. I don't get into politics. So... It does... Like, that sort of makes it much easier to... bring people together. When you're not talking about things that are divisive for the sake of divisive. Like, you're not going to change anyone's opinion on their religion in, like, a live stream setting like this. So, it's sort of, kind of pointless to talk about, in my mind. We fought Christianity. Is Christianity open source? Linux Upskill Challenge? Oh, I don't know what that is. Colorful ASCII art with OMyZSH. You don't need OMyZSH for colorful ASCII art. You could just use, like, lolcat. Rewrite all rewrite everything in Rust. Just rewrite your brain in Rust. It'll make your brain faster. How to remove dependencies. Switch Linux is a little weird though. He's a grown man and does video chats with Zoomers talking about Linux and Christianity. If that's what he wants to do, that's up to him. I don't really care. I've watched a couple of his videos, but I find his voice, like, really annoying. And that's coming from someone who's Australian and has a very nasally voice. Like, he's nasalier than I am. Yeah, that's how that works. Fair point. Okay, so Christianity is false. Oh, maybe I should give it a shot then. Gotta add more FOSS into my life. What is this? Markers while using syntax fold method. Okay, there's not really much to this one. I wish we could debug ourselves like the dude from Westworld. We'll wait till we get to the technocratic future where everyone is a cyborg, and that'll happen. Don't you want to let Elon Musk stick a microchip into your brain? Simple cat with cat, because why not? That's not OC content. Okay, I'll put it on my list of dumb software. Useless software. Here we go. Here's the list of it. Why did I do it like that instead of just pressing GG? How does Vim work? How do I use Vim? Sockets in your shell? Let's encrypt. I'm actually terrified of the idea of a cybernetic brain hack. Well, have you heard about the sex toy hacks that have happened? Of course, chip me, daddy. Yeah, no, you don't need to put a Wi-Fi connection in everything. Just, some things don't need Wi-Fi connections. My brain, for example, doesn't need a Wi-Fi connection. No NNN November is also known as No Nut November. November is the entire month of November where one must nut every 6 hours. No, that's too much. That's too much. No. Yeah, they rewrote all core utils in Rust. That did happen. Yes. No. But 4 times a day is too much. No, this isn't like an improved rewrite. There's actually like a base rewrite of the Rust, the GNU core utils, GNU core utils in Rust. Yeah, there was the one about I think it was ransomware, where someone had a, yeah. Yeah, but he had a, what's the word for it? You put it around your dong to stop you getting hard. Bluetooth my brain. No, that's not necessary either. We don't need it. Stop it. Stop. Stop pushing forward the technocratic future. That is cool. CBT device. Calling it a cat replacement or what? That's just wrong. Yeah. Well, a lot of these applications are called like cat replacement, FZF replacement, LS replacement. They're not really replacement. Like that's like calling, say, Alacrity an X-term replacement or ZSH a bash replacement. Chastity, yes, That's what it is. Chastity cage. Yeah, a smart chastity cage. Which doesn't need to exist at all. You don't need Wi-Fi on your dong. I'm telling you now, you don't need it. And that's not just because having something that is electrical near places where fluids are probably isn't a good idea. That's just one of the reasons why it's not a good idea. I don't know how we got to this topic, so I don't know. Unholy things. That is very true. They're very unholy. Wi-Fi adapter missing. Did you plug it in? How to change wine audio engine to pipewire. You might not be able to. Wait, if it's running with Pulse Audio, you should just be able to make it run magically. Yeah, it's important for dumb stuff to exist so I can laugh at them when they get hacked. Yeah, that's true. But when you view the content of a file with syntax highlighting, use Vim, not another program. That's a good way to look at it, but some people don't really take that approach. They want to have something dedicated for each individual task, even if that does sort of mean there will be overlap in places. I being one of those people. A program lags. Okay. Get a better computer? That's a good way to do it. Does Ubuntu still track you? Do you have some way to sync the notes you're writing right now from Vim to your phone? I don't, but it just exists in a Git repo, so I could just, you know, pull the Git repo on both systems. That's one way I could do it. But I never look at my notes on my phone anyway, so doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, they're just backed up by Git. Or I could use like rsync or something like that. What about a video on pimping Gedit with plugins? I've never played around with gedit or Gedit. No, yeah, don't Google that. Bad idea. I'm not going to say the words because Google might, or YouTube might just instantly flag the video. But don't Google that. How do I change my password? Or even be able to type one in? Because every time I change it, it asks me for my current password. You need your current password to change your password. Sync thing, or yeah, that'll work as well. Or I could have like a Nextcloud server. There's tons of ways I could do it. I just don't. Because I never, ever need to see my notes on my phone. So I just don't bother. Okay. HDMI to USB adapter. What? I'm guessing you mean USB-C. I hope that's what you mean. I hope there's not like a USB-A to HDMI adapter. I hope that's not a thing that exists, because that literally wouldn't do anything. That would be the most useless cable to exist. There are literally no devices where that would do anything productive. But USB-C, if the device supports display out over USB-C, you could get a cool thing happening there. Need some help with dual boot. Exactly. Dual boot Linux on 2 disks. I never actually set up my dual booting properly. So if I ever want to use my Windows setup, I just change my boot drive inside of my UEFI. Instead of ever getting it working in Grow, I just do that because it's easier. Conflicts are only an issue if you update on both devices. If you're just updating on the one, it's not a problem. US tax software for Ubuntu. I wonder if there is tax software that exists. Open tax solver. Okay. GNU cache. Yeah, there's a thing like a HDMI to USB. Output your screen content as a webcam. I guess if it has a... Oh, yeah, I get... Okay, I mean if it's a dumb cable. If it's dumb cable, that's a bit different. But if it's like... If it's basically like this, but in the form of a cable, that could be useful. Just format your Windows partition now. You never use it. I should. I should do that. I just haven't. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it to test out distros or something. Then I can stop being lazy. Can you make a video on setting up Grub manually? I'm not sure what you mean by setting up Grub manually, because it's like you just install it and there's not much else you need to do. Aha. Partitioning is messed up after moving the main drive to a different SATA port. Yeah, that's because you have your fstab file set up wrong. Ledger, command line accounting, all text, no bloat. Ledger. I've heard about that one. I'll take this one as well. Use the space for KVM. Could do that. NetBeans not showing up. Well, there's your first problem. Stop using NetBeans. Why would you do that to yourself? That's such a... There's so many other things you could use besides NetBeans. Why NetBeans? Stop it. Stop. Get some help. Google plain text accounting. So just do it in Vim. Do your accounting in Vim. That space can be used to mine crypto. I don't know if mining crypto would even be... Okay, I get that when you mine... Oh, when you have hardware already, mining's not a big deal. But I have a power bill I have to pay for. And power in Australia is quite expensive. I don't know whether the costs would end up being less than how much I make. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. Right now I'm just streaming on YouTube, but I will be streaming on Twitch and YouTube very soon on the main channel. For the gaming channel, I do Twitch and YouTube, though. I need to just update my restream to make it so it does both. Ubuntu, but made by Microsoft. What? What is this? It's just... That's just Windows 10. What? Why does this have 495 upvotes? Why? It's just Windows 10 with a sidebar and a Ubuntu wallpaper. Oh. Power in Germany is 40 cents per kilowatt. I feel so bad for you. It's not too much lower here. It's like 20... I think 28 is the national average, but I think here it's 30 cents. Yeah, it's expensive. We're not the highest in the world anymore, which is nice. That now goes to you guys. Restream's okay, so I was confused about Restream. Basically, the free tier of Restream lets you access... I think you can do 3 streams at the same time. Yes, you can do 3 streams at the same time. If you want to do a 4th one, you have to start paying $15 a month. Or if you want to do something that's not in their list of, like, free things that you can use. So I think if you want to stream to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, things like that, you have to actually pay for it. Solar panels are actually much cheaper than crypto mining. They're cheaper in the long term, last longer, and selling surplus energy gets you much more power than mining anything. That's a good point. Huh. I kind of want to do the maths on that, actually. Power in India is like 8 cents. Jesus. Okay, to be fair, a lot of India, like, the income is much lower, though. But if you're in a good position in India and you're making a lot of money, that's really good. But I've seen some of the dev salaries in India, and they're something. There's something else, that's for sure. Open source does not equal secure. Right. It doesn't, but it also does mean that you can actually audit the software. Let's see. I'll have a look at this article. Maybe there's something fun here. I kind of want to redo this, my scene and kind of make it something original myself. I think that kind of would be fun. Maybe it'd be a fun project to get involved in. I don't know, because this scene that I've got for my streams, I bought. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll have a look into something, get something fancy myself. USA is like 12 cents from what I can remember. What country am I from? I am from Australia. And I'm in South Australia, which has the highest cost in the country. Put in that one, I guess. Oh god, where am I? Go. There we go. How do I type? Secure, open source. Web dev gets paid well here. They do. They very much do. That's for sure, Will. Yeah, security by obscurity doesn't work. I've had so many people argue to me that, oh, if so-and-so application was open source, it would be so much less secure. Like, if that's how your security model is designed, it wasn't secure to begin with. Messed up my login screen. Manjaro Linux is amazing. Okay. Someone else talking about the tear-free option. Favorite VTuber? Oh my god, that's such a difficult question, because I've been trying out a lot of the really cool EN VTubers that have been showing up. I think from the EN side, it's gotta be... I'm thinking right now either Iron Mouse or Snuffy. But Nyanas is pretty high up there as well. One of those three. And from JP, that's so difficult. Maybe like Korone? Yeah, Korone. Yeah, that's my final answer. I guess, yeah, Pekora as well. Yeah, Korone and Pekora. I do watch Coco's meme review videos. Did you see Nyana's new model now that she has short hair? I love it. It's adorable. And everyone is in Vshoujo is sort of embracing the face tracking that Snuffy's been using, which is gonna mean we're gonna get some interesting faces being made. That's for sure. And yes, and there's a couple of weebs in here. I have been watching Juniper's stuff as well, and I do like the moth waifu. Struggling to get Varpy to work with MPV. Okay, you know what? We're at 6,600 now. We've gone through like 900 things, something like that. I think I'm going to be done with this for now. I'll switch back over to my talking head for a bit, and then I'll work out when I want to end the stream in a bit. I was there live in Simp Chat. Ah, awesome. Yes, Moth Waifu. Moth Waifu is great. Juniper is great. But once Snuffy did the like real voice reveal, I have become quite a fan of her content. I kind of found her a bit annoying before, but not so much anymore. Not so much. Definitely not. And close that one out. Nyana's is great at singing. I think I actually discovered Nyana's from the Say So parody she did. I think, actually, kind of the same with Senzawa as well. I discovered her from some of her meme songs she did as well. Iron Mouse. How did I discover Iron Mouse? I think it was just some, like, random clip of her just being Iron Mouse. Just being lewd. I'm a fan of Snuffy 2.0. New model, new voice. Yeah. Thoughts on DWM? I think that DWM is kind of cool if you want something that is a pain to add new features into, because it just because you have to add everything through the form of patches, and if you want to configure everything in C and things like that. I haven't run DWM though, so I can't give you much of an opinion on it. I do not know how much of a weeb you are. Ron does know how much of a weeb I am. I'm gonna give you... So I'll give you the exact amount of anime that I've watched. I genuinely like Nyana's Say So compared to the original Say So. Oh, yeah, her parody of it is so much better than the original version. Yeah, so... Oh, I thought it was more than that. Huh. I have watched quite a lot of anime. I thought I could get you an exact number, but apparently I can't. Wait, is Snuffy the one with 40.1? Why would I know her exact sub count on YouTube? I have no idea how many subs Snuffy has on YouTube. Thoughts on the suckless devs being far-right extremists? I did see that. And I did see, like, was it a Reddit post? Wasn't it Pottering was the one who called them far-right extremists. Okay, here's the thing, right? I don't care if you're a far-left extremist, I don't care if you're a far-right extremist. In the end, if you make good software, I don't really care. I'm not going to dig into your politics. If you make your politics, like, very front and center, then I'll care. Otherwise, it's not exactly a thing I particularly want to deal with. Filipinos are like the Mexicans of the sea. Filipinos are the Mexicans of the sea. Okay, sure. Sure, sure, whatever that means. Oh wow, I've not updated my anime. It's not, well, I say my anime list, but I don't actually use my anime list. My list of anime, in quite a while. Get politics out of software, exactly. Unless it's directly related to the software, I don't particularly care about it. Like, when it's, say, for example, I don't know, like with the case of, Epic getting involved with Apple. In that case, there's no way that you can really get, get the politics out of it, because it's specifically a political issue. What are your thoughts on rabbits? Well, in Germany, calling yourself Wolfschaft, whatever that word is, well, not good. In Germany, lots of things are not good. What are my thoughts on rabbits? My sister used to own one. It escaped, and ran away. Yeah, Hum's always here. Yeah, that's a good point. There may be people who are Nazis who work on suckless, but I don't think the project itself is like a Nazi infiltration project or anything like that. I want to eat a rabbit. That would be cool. They probably taste good. I don't know. I've never had one. Use the trackma thing I mentioned earlier. Makes it so convenient for me not having to open any list in the browser. I will absolutely do that. That'll make my life considerably easier. Oh god, what? I'm looking at, like, the series I've got as, like, my favorite series, and I'm questioning my taste, because I haven't updated this in so long. Why is Naruto and One Piece one of my favorite manga? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I do see that Keijo is one of my favorite manga on here. That's amusing though. I can respect my past choices. What is this top list? Higarashi Nako no Koro ni Kai, Hunter x Hunter 2011, Bakemonogatari 2nd season, Maiden Abyss, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Steins Gate, Code Geass the 2nd season, and Imoto Sai Ireba. What is this list? What am I looking at right now? No, Keijo is great. Don't hate on Keijo. That's such a good series. Oh, hello, I forgot the stream was happening now. It's not happening for too much longer. I kind of want to go to sleep. Hey man, you're gonna go to UniSA? Oh, that's awesome. Hey man, it's the first year of software engineering easy at UniSA. They have completely restructured the degree since I did it. So when I left, the first year was kind of a mess. I think first year now is entirely based on Python. I can ask one of my mates who's actually teaching there what it's actually like now. But I know it's very, very Python heavy now. It's almost midnight for Brodie, so the stream is ending soon. Yeah, it's gonna end. It's gonna end soon, but not. It'll end when I decide to end it. Sleep. Yeah. Well, I've got a podcast to record in the morning. Because the guy I wanted to bring on, he's only available, you know, basically today, tomorrow. It's still tomorrow. Tomorrow, and then the week after. So I sort of have to do it tomorrow. And I'm not sure who I'm going to arrange next up. I've got some ideas for people. I just need to send some messages out. 2:15 a.m. Is that the time it is for you, Hum? Wow. PM? Is it AM or PM? Make up your mind. There may be a game stream tomorrow as well. I will decide how I feel about it. Yeah. Is the SE degree... They're very focused on SE, unlike in North America. Yeah, in Uni SA specifically, the software engineering degree is quite practical. 6:45 p.m. in India. Tomorrow's guest, it'll be out the next week after, but tomorrow's guest is the guy I've had on a bunch of times. It is my mate, Connor, Supercozman. Check out his channel. You know what? Before we end the stream, actually, I'm gonna go to his channel. He's an awesome dude. He needs to get off his ass and actually make videos. Because what he's made is always fun. But he hasn't uploaded in like 3 months. So, here you go. Here is my boy. My boy, Kozhan, Supercozman, Connor. Absolute legend. Just don't question the weird videos he's done. But, he's fun. As for the time after that, I didn't talk about this actually. So, it's going to be a kind of a secret for the 16 people who are still here. Brian Lunduke actually hangs out in the library Discord server. So, I may possibly, I haven't confirmed anything yet, I may be able to get Brian Lunduke onto the podcast, which I think would be kind of hilarious. I would love to do that. Cool, I'll check that out. Night, Brodie. Night to you too, Mr. Babbler. Yeah, besides the Mr. Lunduke, there's a couple of small Linux YouTubers I wanna hit up and see if they're up for it. Usually the smaller guys are more than happy to come onto the podcast because, you know, they like to, you know, chat with people and they're not, like, stuck in their own world about who is good enough to talk to them. Who's Brian Lunduke? No, you're not actually asking that question, are you? Surely not. Surely you actually know who Lunduke is. Lunduke would be cool. Yeah, Lunduke would be awesome. Linux Sucks 2021 featuring Brodie Robertson. That would be actually the coolest thing. Okay, as much of a meme as Lunduke kind of is, Lunduke is sort of the reason why I first started using Linux. Like, catching a Linux Sucks video was what sort of got me interested in Linux. Wow, you actually don't know who Lunduke is. Okay. Brian Lunduke is a man who lives in the 1980s, who basically he can't accept computers newer than that. But apparently he uses Discord as well. And he frequently likes to quit, like, YouTube and Twitter and then go back to it, like, a couple months later. But he's not much of a Linux YouTuber at this point. Mainly he does, like, sort of... He does his podcast, basically. Huh. I can't show you on YouTube. I can show you his Odyssey, though. I'm so surprised you haven't heard of Lunduke. Like, no one watches Lunduke, but usually people know who he is. Seems like he's also got 930 videos. And apparently now he's just, like, making shit posts on Odyssey. FreeBSD code of conduct outlaws friendship and affection. Okay, he's got... Now that he's not on YouTube, he's, like, basically doing whatever he wants. I love it. Okay, this is the Lunduke that I wanted. Yes, he does do videos in black and white. What up, Mr. John Dakota? I'm ending the podcast in like 5 minutes. I'm ending the live stream in like 5 minutes. So you picked a good time to show up. Yeah. So I'm going to stop dragging this out. I am going to say thank you guys for... I watched Lunduke when he made shows. Yes. Yeah. I'm in the live stream now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end the live stream now. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this was a lot of fun. I don't know. I sort of didn't super enjoy the podcast when I first, the live stream when I first started doing them, but I think now I've sort of gotten into like the groove with it, and it actually is a ton of fun to do these. So thank you guys for watching. I will play the outro. Peace out to all of you beautiful people, and here is my ending screen. It'll probably be a late stream because in the morning I've got to do the podcast.